up, boys? Today, we have the Correspondents dinner, finally. Finally, this is the event I waited for forever to do. The White House Correspondents dinner. Oh my god. This is Trump being what he was always supposed to be. A comedian. Like, bro, he should have never got into politics. He should have just stayed a comedian. Today, he gets to be a stand-up comedian, do some written jokes, and I think that's when Trump's in his prime. I'm gonna be honest, dude. He's a funny guy. So, we got the Kalshi Mention Market. This is, of course, the one that had the incident last time. That had it be rescheduled. That was the most surreal thing that I think has, like, ever happened in politics. That entire ordeal. Him wanting to go back out there and doing a press conference after. But finally, we get to see, I don't know, I think he's gonna do mostly the same jokes that he was gonna do the first time. A little bit of edits, a little bit of more new people that he would add. Like, he wouldn't diss Eric Swalwell anymore, but maybe go after, like, something like Zobron, Graham Plattner. More topical references, but, we got the mentions. Bro, I'm so excited for this. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. Reports, CNN said it's gonna be almost over 40 minutes. That's, like, amazing, dude. This is, like, prime event. This is my most looking forward to event for Trump. This is great. And the mention market is popping. 2 mil, 2.4 mil. This is, something. So this is what I have right now. Like, a little bit Epstein, yes, because, come on. I have some event does not qualify as a hedge, of course, after last time. You gotta hedge a little bit. Movie star, no. I actually think he's going to say Melania. So I have Melania, yes, on the weekly. I think she is not there, but I think he's going to joke about Melania and the Melania movie without saying movie star. So a little bit of a hedge, and a middle, potentially, of movie star, no. Melania, yes. I think he brings up Melania movie. I think that was in the original script, and he's gonna say it again. At these events, he always, like, seems to do a Melania joke. She seems like a good sport. So, movie star, no. Butler, no. Don't think he's referencing Butler specifically. He's gonna probably do assassination joke. All right, my biggest one is Newsom, yes. I do have Newsom, yes. And that's because, like, specifically, I gotta pull it up. The Daily Mail reported that Tony Hinchcliffe, let me pull it up. So this is why I have, like, Newsom, yes. So this is Trump's secret weapon, is Tony Hinchcliffe. He wrote jokes for the first White House Correspondents dinner that didn't happen. And he talked about some of the jokes that he submitted, including Nancy Pelosi's stock trading, Chris Christie's weight, zingers at CNN. And honestly, I think Tony Hinchcliffe is a phenomenal comedian. So I think some of these jokes get in. And my overall thesis as well is that most of the jokes from first time stay. Maybe, like, the Eric Swalwell one would be taken out, but, listen. California Governor Gavin Newsom was also mocked for lackluster leadership of the Golden State. Sources who attended Hinchcliffe's appearances told the Daily Mail. So what happened is he did these, jokes after. He did these jokes after. So, oopsies, I turned off the music. I like Newsom. I think that's one that you would keep in. Out of all the ones that are here, I think a Gavin Newsom one is the one that you would keep in. Because he's the Democratic front leader for president. So you would want to get your jab now. White House Correspondents dinner. You know he's going to probably run. So he's going to have a whole thing with Gavin Newsom over time. I think he gets his one in now. So I have Gavin Newsom, yes. I think it's really good at 31. I was buying it at 41. That's when I thought the price was going to get away from me. It was going up to, like, 49. Now it's back down to 31. So maybe Gabriel Perez is getting me again. Maybe he knows he's taking that Newsom joke out. They rejected Tony Hinchcliffe's joke or something. There we go. Okay, I got the feed up. Just in case anything like last time happens. Jesus Christ. So I really like Gavin Newsom. I think that's a joke you wouldn't take out. Hold on. Is Kalshi crashing? Or is that my computer? Is Jeff Bezos there? Is that Tom Homan or Jeff Bezos? think that's Tom Homan. Twink maxing. Let's go to Wheatley. Is that Tom Homan or Jeff Bezos? I'm guessing Tom Homan. I think it's like 70-30 Tom Homan. I'd buy Tom Homan, yes. These are the rest of my Ballroom. I think Ballroom's really good. That's like a near lock. BHO, Barack Hussein Obama. You can't tell me he's not saying Barack Hussein. I'm sorry. I know he's probably going to be a little more contentious this time, but I think there's definitely an Obama joke in there. In Trump, in his notes, he's going to go and get the jokes from the comedians, and he's going to say, no, we're changing this to Barack Hussein Obama. That's just how it is, I think. I think he changes it. He's like, we're doing Barack Hussein Obama. 250, this is, I think, going to hit in like the free speech part of the speech. Because this is about protecting the Second Amendment. So I think he'll say something about like 250 years of free speech, independence, democracy, that type of thing. As well as he could also make a joke about, I guess, UFC 250. But I think it'll be like 250 years. First term, no. It's kind of like a rambly strike, no? And especially this pretty scripted speech we got here. I don't think first term hits. I think that's pretty rambly. This is not going to be a rambly Trump, I don't think. He's going to be going from joke to joke, but how's first term hit? I see how it hits in rallies. I don't think he talks about the military that way. I rebuilt in my first term. Greatest economy in history. We had them my first... I'm saying no. Like China, no. That's a little sus, because there's probably going to be a joke about how the fake news didn't air his election speech. That's definitely in there. But I don't think China hits there. Maybe Chinese does, but China's a bit tough. I like communists, specifically like if there's a Zoran joke. I think that could hit. I have Venezuela, yes, but I don't even know anymore. I thought I was buying kind of based off CLB. Thinking it would go up. It did by 2, but I definitely have a negative CLB going in, which is a good sign. If you have like a negative 110 CLB, that's a good sign you'll make money on the venture market. You don't want to have a positive CLB. Especially when it gets like real close like this, bids expire because it was set to 7 p.m. So I have oil now. I think that's... So I'm hedging a little bit with Venezuela. I like Venezuela because it can hit double with oil or the military. So I like the oil no, Venezuela yes. Because at least I'm covered if he hits oil, potentially. Or I get middled. Or it's a suicide middle. And then radical left. Caroline Leavitt said today was going to be unifying. That is what she said. It's going to be unifying but hilarious if you can imagine it. Now, I don't know about you, but I trust Caroline Leavitt. Sorry, bro. I couldn't even say that without laughing. But I do like the alpha that unify equals no radical left. Radical left. Also, more of a teleprompter speech. Gabriel Perez is retired 3 months post, so... I don't like World Cup. Like, dude, even when the World Cup was going on, he still didn't say World Cup. So, like, more of, like, what are we doing here? World Cup? Is he going to say we had the greatest World Cup? When he's doing... I think there's more things he'll say. Like, I think, like, if he's going to do the glazing segment, it'll be $1 trillion investment, maybe. I feel like AI is way more likely than World Cup. If he's going to talk about, like, the glazing, the hottest routine. I don't know. So World Cup really doesn't make sense to me at this point. I see how he could hit it. I just on no. He didn't even care when it was going on. So it's like, this should experience pretty good time decay. World Cup. I think my biggest is Newsom. Oh, I do like Iran. Do we not think there's a self-referential Iran joke in here? So that covers one Iran hit, right? If there is a self-referential Iran joke. Any joke with Iran in it. We don't think there's a single joke he's going to tell that doesn't have the word Iran. And then all the other ways it could hit, I think potentially calling people out. So you see how many people are there? Like Jared Kushner. All these policy people. He's going to shout out. He might say, he might get on the Iran tangent then. It's supposed to be 40 minutes. 40 minutes. I think Iran hits 3 times. I'm going against the grain, I know, but because if you look at the book, you would think Iran no. I think there's an Iran joke. There's got to be a self-referential Iran joke in there. plus all the call-outs that he will make of all the people there, I think Iran hits 3 times. And I like it at a 1 to 3. What's up, Jackson? So, this, though, whether I win money or lose money, will be the most exciting event. This is the one I look forward to the most. Oh my god. This is what Trump should have been doing his whole life. Doing stand-up. And he'll blame, I bet he'll blame a lot of the people for the jokes that might be too rough, so he can get away with it. So, like, there might be a Graham Plattner joke in here that's a little bit too mean. And he'll just say, you know, which doofus wrote that one? Which guy? Which moron? What is he? He's probably saying moron or loser, but I'm just really excited. I don't really know about Democrat. I did sell out because technically the first White House correspondent dinner that happened, Democrat wasn't even a thing. He never said Democrat even at that first one. So if it's all the same jokes, he's not gonna hit Democrat, but I don't think he says it in front of them. That's the thing. I think Democrat is way more of a thing he says to cameras than to people's faces. There's a lot of Democrats there. So you gotta call that out to their face while it's supposed to be unifying. It's supposed to be a unifying event. I would probably be a Democrat no. I don't really know though. He did say today, Oval Office, so. But yeah, I don't like World Cup or Radical Left. I think those are good no's. Usually when I'm on a no, it kind of cashes. Because I'm more yes biased. So, but I do like those. First term no. I do like stock market just because there's so many rich people there. There's so many rich people there. I think that's correlated. Like, I'm just smelling rich. Oh my god. The odor they're giving off in that room smells like I can't even get in. I would be right-handed like the last guy that tried, dude. I'm gonna be honest. If I showed my face, I haven't had a haircut in a month. When's he supposed to go up, though? Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. I'm actually so excited. And I realistically think BHO is a bond. What do you think fair value is? Maybe 70? Like, what's the chance there's not an Obama joke and he doesn't change it to Barack Hussein? Bang. $500, bro, more. Thank you, Kaushi. Barack Hussein Obama. Lock. I don't care. That joke is in there. I promise you Obama's it. Like, hey, we play the game. We play the game. I think it's in there for sure. IQ is interesting and hit, and it's genius. Is the other one? Couple of geniuses in there. Maybe you could data mine all the time, all the people he calls genius. It's usually like more unnamed people though that are genius. Obviously low IQ is also in there. Maybe like Jasmine Crockett or someone, but I don't know about low IQ. IQ test in a joke. Schumer. I think Schumer and Pelosi are locks. That's unfortunate they're not on there. Because Schumer and Pelosi are probably getting it both. Definitely Pelosi. Probably a full-ported Pelosi at this point. Down. Hold on. Ah, shit. I do like Iran. I see radical. I mean, China knows kind of falling off. I kind of like more 250. Maybe I should size more. Look how rich they are, man. Oh, is that the clock? Oh, the clock is there. 3 minutes. that till the speech, or is that till like Oz Perlman takes some eagles out of his ear or something? Is he a magician? Mentalist. You could call me a mentalist too, because I am trying to get into the mind of the President of the United States, the most important person there is. So if you can know what he says, you're basically a mentalist too. He's saying 250, he's saying BHO. I don't know about Sleepy Joe. I kind of want Cheat to hit on a Grand Platinum joke, but I don't know how Cheat hits either. Pelosi's on the monthly? Should we? Oh. Huge shout. Wait, say in July. I have Melania on the weekly. Pelosi's on the... Let's lick. Put that one through. Yo, shout out. I'm running Pelosi. I think Pelosi's definitely in this. So it was at 30 for a little bit. Someone got... Even 39. I like Pelosi because she doesn't have the chance of the nickname chance. She is just Pelosi. He's not gonna call her a turkey or something. Hakeem Jeffries, Palestinian? Yeah, the monthly is like Loki and Unlock here. Oz Perlman getting in his selfie with Donnie. TikTok? Let's see, what else on this weekly that could actually hit? Teleprompter? Is teleprompter here? So I'm Melania. I do like Melania. I think Melania movie is there. It might have been more chance if she was there. I think the Melania movie joke is still there, but he doesn't say movie star. That's my literal gambit. My middle, Melania gets said, Melania movie, but not movie star, because she's not there. I gotta be on Epstein. I have to be on Epstein. I gotta get on top of Epstein, bro. I think 7 cents. It could hit in the Clinton joke, bro. Like, that's what I think. Or you're obsessed with Epstein. Is Couchy down? Or am I down? Or both? Oh shit. I lost everything. Never look at the monthly. Yeah, that's a good play, man. Alright, I'll be on Epstein. I feel like $291.99 to get it even 500. Yeah, I think Pelosi on the monthly is a pretty good shout. If anyone wants to provide liquidity too, I'll click it. Because I think Pelosi's there at like 40. So if anyone wants to take no at 60, I'll probably click it. If you want to post before this. I guess this timer is about to run out. I don't know if Oz is going to go first or not, but... I knew some still up there. You know, I have a lot of 40, though. I'll take it at like 3K, though. I think it's really decent looks. Oh, she's speaking. I kind of want to hear this.
Whitehouse Correspondents dinner. I hope everyone enjoyed their meal. So, since Calvin Coolidge became the first president to attend this event in 1924, nearly every sitting president has joined us at some point in their term.
I'm so excited for
this.
this.
Is rooted in a simple principle.
Biden?
That a president.
Didn't Biden not? Or did he just decline to speak?
A meal and even a joke. This dinner has never lacked for opinions. I know everyone has a lot of feelings about it, even under normal circumstances, and people ask, should it still exist? But every year, we pack the room. In fact, we just did it twice.
Turn this up.
Whatever brought you here tonight, this evening is dedicated to the First Amendment and the excellent work of our colleagues and scholars. President Trump, you are joining us tonight for the second time in 3 months, and we don't take that lightly. Thank you. Thank you again to Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt and the White House press team. Thanks to the relentless WHCA board members, our executive director, Steve Thoma, and our general counsel, Simon Lakovich. for your hard work and friendship. I have to say thank you again to my CBS News family for enduring a second round of dinner planning.
Is that fake news? Oh,
And
shit.
of course,
fake
my
news,
family, I love you so much.
What is that priced at? Or did they
Our
remove it 'cause it's too
entertainer,
much of a bomb?
mentalist Oz Perlman is also back with us. Thank you, Oz.
You know,
For the record, he did guess Caroline's
Perlman?
baby's name right
Do we think
last
Genius
time,
is
and we
Perlman?
can't wait to see what you
think
reveal.
he says- okay, do you
But
think he
can
references
skip the
Oz
part where
Perlman?
you guess the president's phone number
Genius
because
is there, then.
half the reporters in this room already have it.
Oh, she's doing
Finally,
good.
on behalf of the Whitehouse Correspondents Association, I
I'm
also want
gonna
to thank
dip my toe in
supporters
Genius,
from
just for the
around
Oz
the world,
Perlman
across the
mention.
political spectrum, who sent well wishes
You get covered on
after
IQ, too,
a
if
shooting
there's a
interrupted
Jasmine
our
Crockett
event in April.
joke?
Many of you are
I
joining
don't
us
hate
on
that.
live stream, and C-SPAN is the crew, as it was that
Okay.
night. Photographers and technicians were under the stairs where the shooter was,
Oh.
but they never stopped rolling
Yeah, I
their
don't think Butler
cameras
gets
and
said.
transmitting live footage
don't
despite
think
the
Butler gets said.
circumstances. Thank you.
I think it's real. There's something more like that. Is she from Cuba?
That night tested all of us, but it revealed something worth fighting for. While journalists in the ballroom were gathering facts and getting them to the public,
Ballroom!
I got a rare glimpse of something
They
few
were
of
in a
us ever
ballroom.
see in
Oh,
real time.
crap.
In a holding room, President Trump was huddled with members of his cabinet, asking questions, finding the best way to share the answers with everyone,
Biden was at him?
which is our
Why
job
was Biden
description
not there
too.
before? Unless I missed
I
it.
keep coming back to that
This is
split
BOND,
screen, not
bonded.
because it was dramatic, but because
You think
it
Biden would
quietly
do this?
proved no matter how complicated or tense the
Oh, was
relationship
added.
is
Wow.
between the press and the presidency, what we share is far more important than anything else. And that is our duty to serve the American people.
Biden 89's an 11% bond.
As our country continues to celebrate 250 years of its extraordinary story,
Wrap it.
this gathering is further proof
Wrap it.
that the American press endures with it.
She said it. Same thing. She actually writes Trump's speeches.
The White House
so everything
Correspondents'
she
Dinner
says,
was
Trump
to be a
has
night celebrating the First Amendment and 250 years of surviving, thriving, and
going on?
overcoming our nation's many unthinkable
9/11?
challenges.
What was that? Why do we have a
Welcome
9/11
to the
cutscene?
2026 White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh, this is old.
But that celebration was stopped
We're
by a
getting
single gunman
60 minutes segment.
in an apparent
This is
attempt
so
to
weird.
assassinate the president.
I heard the loud
This is like so
bangs that were going
broadcast.
off.
I don't know.
It was extremely frightening. I was only a few feet away.
We were all told to just get under the tables. And at first, some of the White House officials did too.
A whole rush of people started to come up towards the front door.
On a night when we are thinking about the freedoms
Remember the one
and
day
First
we all
Amendment, we
came
must also
together.
think about how
And then the
fragile
next
they
day
are.
we went back at each other's throats.
And that was very unexpected.
The president.
This
and the
was
White House
surreal.
press
This
corps
was
proved
maybe the greatest
resilient.
press conference of all time.
This was an
How
event
weird.
dedicated
Everyone's in
to
suits.
freedom of speech. That
So-
was supposed to bring
so
together
crazy.
members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did.
So we are together again tonight, proving our resolve and unyielding fortitude. And to
Man,
celebrate
yeah, I think
America,
Perlman gets a shout out as
250.
genius, man. I'm gonna go, yeah. I think he's not a mentalist, he's more of a genius.
Hello from 1789. I'm James Madison.
Are we getting AI slop on Correspondents'
I
Dinner?
wrote the First Amendment.
We're...
At the time, we worried a king might
Is this
control the
AI?
press. Turns out
AI's
you're
at
now
29.
worried about tweets, algorithms,
Is this-
and people yelling on television. Let me
No,
clarify
no
the
way, right?
rule.
I don't
The
know, I'm a
government
boomer.
doesn't get to shut the press up. Not when it's wrong. Not when it's annoying.
I don't think so. I'm gonna go no.
And not when it's asking uncomfortable questions.
I wouldn't know though with the MAGA administration. I think they love AI.
First Amendment and the freedom of the press, it is the
up, Lee?
foundation of our democracy.
The freedom that we have to speak our mind.
That was the
to
lady
share
that
our
didn't react to the
views, share what we
shooting, wasn't it?
know.
Right
It's
there? She's
just so remarkable
shit, what's
that
going
we're
on?
able to question
Meanwhile, abortion.
our world
leaders question the most
Stephen
powerful
Chung
man in the
are
world.
world
This is
leaders.
the First Amendment.
My leader, Stephen Chung.
As we mark the 250th anniversary of
Yeah,
our
250?
party, I'm
Gotta be
hopeful
good,
that
man. Look how
people
much
throughout
they-
the country will
they're
come
putting it in the
together
doc,
to discuss
in the documentary.
importance of this history and to appreciate even more what our
Okay, that's
ancestors
gone up.
did to
Yeah, after
secure
they've said
our
it a bunch of
liberty and
times.
freedoms, including freedom
She
of
said,
the press.
okay, that's the most AI slap I've seen of our,
Afternoon, everybody.
of the great-great-grandfathers, too.
trying a new experiment this morning. I hope it doesn't prove to be a
Oh my God.
influence.
That was like the first public appearance of Bezos.
The boat, and we're supported by the First Amendment. I hope Ike would be proud of us.
Taking control of Iran's oil.
We have a
Iran
very diverse
oil.
group of people representing all different points of view, including a lot of the foreign press.
Let's go, no oil.
I just told him I've got to come over and see the fake news. Let's go.
The presidents throughout history have complained about how they're treated in the press.
That's kind of crazy. They would put that in themselves, I guess. I don't know.
We don't fine anyone for something they say.
And that's
Fake news,
okay.
no.
That's part of the process.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident.
Could actually hit.
So when did I say I was confident?
I don't want to be back at the White House today. It's a young person's game. And I have great admiration for the reporters who are there because they have a tougher job than I ever had.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
I must
Dealing
say
with
today,
Trump.
folks, the
Yeah, it was
reporters at the
tough.
White House, my hat's off to
George
you.
Washington was tough, but Trump's a different animal.
Jim's defense, I've tried. Whenever we face pushback
Yeah.
from a politician,
I bought more
or even
live.
from
I
the
was like,
president,
VH
it's
shows.
not
You
about
can't tell me
us
it's not
as a
there, man.
journalist, it's about the person we're covering.
I really like Barack Hussein Obama. Obama jokes in there, and I think Trump changes it to Barack Hussein Obama himself. He's like, this is what we're going to be saying. This is what we're going to call him.
Our founders were
Have you heard
often
of him?
distraught about the press, the highly partisan media of their
Barack
time.
Hussein Obama,
Yet
have you heard of
Jefferson
him?
famously championed a free press. noting
Last
that
time he said it
preferred
with such
newspapers
emphasis as like,
without
oh, you got
government
it, and then
to a
repeated it at the Al
government
Smith
without
dinner.
That's right. I favored a free
Okay,
press
this might be
for my
AI slop.
predecessor here. John Adams signed a sedition act that could imprison
You know, it's actually,
journalists
it's so
for
hard to
saying
tell
anything
nowadays.
malicious against the government. I ended that unconstitutional law when I took office, and thankfully, it's never returned.
It's, like, it's a little
blame a
weird,
guy
but
for
I
trying.
think it's real.
So which is it? Are you winding
I'm gonna say no AI, actually.
Whenever
You think
there's a
100%
crisis,
you bonded it?
That's the time that people tune in.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dan Rather with CBS News.
The effects of Watergate were beginning to corner President Richard Nixon.
Nixon? Oh, you know what? They're gonna say something probably about Clinton.
He didn't want to ask. He would try to
You buy Clinton at 23, wait for the Clinton segment, and then it'll pump up to 30. Watch.
No, sir, Mr. President, are you?
Mr. President, in talking about the continuing recession tonight, you have blamed mistakes of
Let's
the
put a
past.
sell order at
You blame
30.
the Congress. Does any of the blame belong to you?
Yes,
You make
because
$10.
for many years I was
Maybe
a
31.
Democrat.
Why did you really want to go to war?
When we
Here's
push
Bush.
them to answer questions on the record, they have an opportunity to explain their reasoning, explain their thinking, explain their goals.
Can you tell the country, sir, why you are content with all the fanfare around this deal to leave the conscience of this nation and the strength of this nation unaccounted for in relation
Iran.
to these four Americans?
The notion that I'm content.
Where's Iran at?
Major, that
37?
That's nonsense.
I don't think that's that
You
horrid.
should know better.
Hello, everybody. Have a good trip.
Well, you can't fall asleep on Air Force One because you never know when the president's going to come back and take questions.
It's going to be a very long trip, right?
Dan Compton, who's been with the president all day, is on.
He doesn't even sleep, dude. I would hate to be president.
On
I
9/11,
love
I
sleeping.
was part of that small travel pool that the White House agreed to take on what was a 10-hour odyssey.
Anyone bonding
The
some of these
president might
knows?
be a target as well.
In the 70s?
That is why
Anyone
he
not
has
scared
come to as secure a
of
place as
like
he
a crazy,
could.
probably
The
40-minute
White House made sure that we had phone
you know,
connections, and that
jokes
we
not
had
written by
access
Trump?
To the president.
They're not
It
written by
worked
him.
exactly the way it should.
So I dialed
I don't
President
know.
Trump's
I'd be
number,
scared of
and he
something.
picked up, just like anybody else.
I just got off the phone with President Trump. It was a roughly 9-minute phone interview.
I've covered 5 different presidents. I have
So
never
they didn't do anything on
seen
Clinton.
one
That
other than
sucks.
Donald Trump,
who regularly takes phone calls from reporters.
New media is
Oh,
massively important
my
to our
Kalshi's
country.
glitching.
Here's
I don't know
what
if
you
that's
missed if you
Kalshi,
weren't
my
tuned
computer.
in. We utilize social media
I can't
to
even
help
click
people
anything.
understand what we're
There's no
talking
buff.
about, breaking it down in digestible ways so that they can understand even the more nuanced news that's going on here at the White House. And today we went through the Rose Garden into the Oval Office to see every single outlet that's at the White House is shaping the national news. All of these outlets have a place here, and all of our audiences deserve to know what's going on in our country and in this White House.
I don't think it's unusual for a president to be criticized. That seems to be one of the things that go with the job.
As we look back over history, almost without exception, the better presidents at the end of their term have actually thanked the press in the spirit of, you had your job to do, I had my
Epstein,
job to
yes.
do.
I don't think
and
it's.
that's
I
the
don't think
way
it's
the
horrible.
country goes together.
I mean, it makes sense.
Truth be told, in the greater scheme of
But
things,
it would have to be on like
you
Clinton.
are, I hesitate to say this,
So there would probably there'd
more
have to be a
essential
Bill
to
Clinton
that
joke
common
in there
pursuit
for
than I
Epstein
am.
to hit.
and that's why freedom of the press is and must always
I don't
be
think it's
above
you know.
politics.
One thing is I want to hear it,
So
so I
what is it
kind of am
like
on
to deal
yes.
with
I
the
want to
press
hear it.
corps? These are just people that trying to do the
But
best
it's
they
probably a
possibly
no.
can.
Realistically,
You're not supposed to be sycophants. You're supposed to be skeptics. You're supposed to ask me
realistically,
tough
he's not saying
questions
Epstein. But if he
and
does,
make sure that
there is a pathway.
we
It is a
are
Bill
accountable
Clinton joke.
to the people who sent us here.
You know, he
And
could
you
say
have done that.
island. He could probably dodge it like that or something, but like a SNL Weekend Update dodge, where they don't say Epstein, they just say
I wonder
island.
whether
Is that the island?
founding
But
fathers might look with delight at the kind of vibrant conversations
That-
Americans
that's a,
today are having in the
okay,
national
guaranteed.
media,
I can
in
guarantee
social
that.
media.
TikTok.
It's a very vibrant conversation that has its roots 250 years ago.
The noise you experience today, though at times overwhelming, is not necessarily a sign of
Okay,
decay.
that's it, yeah.
It may in part be the sound of liberty
That's it.
exercising itself somewhat
Wow,
chaotically, to be
that
sure.
took me like 10 different scenes to get. I think, yeah, the whole thing's AI.
Danger lies not in a press
Yes.
that is too free,
Yeah.
but in one that forgets why
Wow,
it was
I
made
got
free
tricked.
at all.
That's unbelievable.
Enjoy the rest of the evening, and thanks for helping us reach 250 years of American
All
democracy.
right, after that, what is 250 at?
Cheers.
After that monologue, oh, this is gonna be horrible, bro. Okay. Some of the books are loading. After that, 250 is at 70.
Thank you, founders.
71.
What a powerful.
Thank you,
By the way, that
founders.
was
Oh,
AI,
that's cringe.
in case you missed it. What a powerful reminder that generation after generation, White House correspondents have the privilege of writing the first draft of history. Serving as president of our association has been one of the great honors of my life. And as my final act, I was determined to carry out one more event to highlight the strength of our press corps. I am honored to preside over this dinner, but I do have a fact check because technically my last day in office was last week. Our next chapter is in amazing hands with one of the fiercest women I have ever known. She is my wonderful friend, my partner, and 2026-2027 WHCA President Jackie Heinrich, who I've asked to help present two very special awards. Jackie.
What's Jackie doing? Oh, she interviewed, she dropped some out for Correspondents. I used whatever she said. I know this woman.
Thank you, Ouija, and good evening, everyone. Before anything else, I want to recognize Ouija Jiang for her leadership, her unwavering commitment to this press corps. Ouija, you have really represented this association with such professionalism. There we go.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
No, Sleepy Don. Oh my God, Sleepy Don. Look, he's not getting up. Everyone else gets up. He's not gonna get him off his chair. Oh, he stood up. He did stand up. Yeah, he was fully asleep there. Come on.
And she has represented this association with such professionalism, integrity, grit,
books are
and
loaded.
I am so
I was
deeply
scared that was
grateful,
like a
not
live
just
trade
for
law.
your example, but also more so for your friendship.
See how this goes.
And to our members, I am humbled that you've put your trust in me to lead the White House Correspondents Association for the next year. And I look forward to working alongside all of you as we continue our shared mission. Pursuing the facts without fear or favor, and exercising the freedoms protected by the First Amendment in service of the American people. The attempt on President Trump's life last April was a sobering reminder that democracy is not immune to violence, and the freedoms that we cherish can never be taken for granted.
This made me more likely
Political
to say
violence
nuclear than Iran.
must have no home in America.
I hate how things swap now.
And journalism can serve us well to broaden understanding, to shed light, and to inform our decisions, especially in this age of fast-moving information that can reinforce our divisions. And we are grateful to have President Trump here tonight taking part in this tradition that recognizes the essential role of a free press in our democracy.
I need a negative CLV, oh my God. Now I'm a little scared.
The events of that night also revealed the resilience of this press corps, the all-American sense of resolve that no act of intimidation will silence us, and the endurance of the First Amendment. And we're gathered here tonight because we believe that a free press always finds a way forward. And it is in that spirit that the WHCA Service Award was established to recognize exceptional service to this association, and it is fitting that one of the 2 awards that we are giving tonight goes to the staff of the Washington Hilton. They are hospitality professionals who always put service first. As harrowing events unfolded that night, their courage was on full display. The kitchen workers, the ballroom waitstaff remained at their posts. When President Trump urged that the evening should continue, they prepared to serve more than 2,600 guests while they were still processing the shock alongside all of us. And when the Secret Service made the necessary call to postpone the remainder of the program, they immediately pivoted, preserving every unserved meal and donating them to local shelters. And many of these dedicated professionals have worked dozens of White House Correspondents' dinners since this event first moved to the Washington Hilton in 1968. And 58 years later, we are deeply grateful for their partnership. We are proud of the history that we've built together, and we are excited to return to the Washington Hilton next year, stronger than ever. Please welcome the Washington Hilton's General Manager, Ken Jarka, and Catering Manager, Karen Fiketis, to accept the WHCA President's Award for Exceptional Service on behalf of the entire Washington Hilton team.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't Tom Homan or Jeff Bezos. That's just a completely different market. Wow. What a rug pull on the market. That's not Jeff Bezos or Tom Homan. Unless that's a different bald dude. Duration? I just go over. Duration has a little kicker on the bottom, isn't it? I think I have some. Yeah, I've got some shares, yes. Over 37. The alpha there is like roughly 40 minutes, you know? Is that? But I feel like they get the length like wrong.
Congratulations, and thank you, Jackie. I also want to thank the staff and security team right here at the Waldorf Astoria for putting so much time and care into helping us plan this event in a very short notice. That evening in April did not unfold as planned, but it ended exactly like it was supposed to. 2,600 guests, plus hundreds of others who were working that night, got to go home unharmed. And that was made possible by the brave men and women of law enforcement and the United States Secret Service.
Then probably, first, before that
on behalf of every person who was inside that ballroom, and every family who got to hear their loved ones say, "Don't worry, I'm okay," We thank you.
People originally
One
thought.
officer placed himself directly in harm's way and engaged the armed suspect.
So this is where they're honoring
Even after
the guy
gunfire struck
who helped
his
put
protective
down the
vest,
shooter.
he stayed in the fight, and the attacker was stopped. I know many of us have wondered, what if he hadn't acted in that exact way? What if he had waited a few more seconds? His courage that night reflects the core values of the Secret Service: duty, justice, courage, honesty, and loyalty, and as a commitment to safeguarding his country and community. They also shaped his
China's
career first
quite
as an infantryman and section leader in the United States Marine Corps, and since 2022 as an officer
There's
of
definitely
the
a joke,
Secret
though,
Service,
about the
protecting the
primetime
White House
address he
complex
did
and our
that
nation's
CNN
leaders. Ladies
decided
and
not to air,
gentlemen,
refused
it is
to
my
air.
honor to present the WHCA
That was all about
President's
China
Award
rigging
for
elections, so-
exceptional service to Officer Victor Gonzalez
But I don't think
of the
China
United
is
States Secret Service.
specifically there. I don't think China's in this speech.
Thank you again, Officer Gonzalez, and to all the law enforcement officials who work around the clock to keep us safe.
Nice.
Democracy is
Tom Owens
defended
there?
in many ways, sometimes with a badge, sometimes with a notebook and a deadline. The White House
true.
Correspondents Association
They're not wrong.
started as a group of 50 reporters, and I am proud that our membership hit a record number in 2025, more than 1,000
Okay, I did say I clicked
people,
Pelosi.
including many from new media outlets.
I'm gonna buy
Our
more
press corps
Pelosi.
covers the presidency at all hours of the day in their personal lives. They miss out on a lot.
All right, I like
so that the
Pelosi
world
there.
doesn't have to. If you're a past WHA
I did say I'd click it at
president
like 40,
here
so
tonight, please stand.
I think Pelosi's in this joke list. That's just the most common target. It was JD's favorite moment of State of the Union when he made fun of Nancy. With the teleprompter thing, insider trading's bigger than ever.
Former board members, please stand. Our chief White House correspondents, please stand.
Wish she had teleprompter. That might have been too meta.
All current White House correspondents, reporters, producers, photographers, visual and audio.
Well, this is like everyone there, no?
Stand.
Who's there that's not? What the hell? Why is like most of the people not correspondents?
And tonight, I also
Isn't it a
want to
correspondence
salute our
dinner?
colleagues in the Pentagon Press Corps. Your work is invaluable, especially as our nation is at war. Please stand.
Ooh, at war. Okay. Call it a war.
And now we turn our attention to future White House correspondents, our
Oh,
incredible
I guess that.
scholarship award winners.
That could be a
Please
reason, I
welcome
guess.
Our scholarship committee chair, who also serves as the WHCA secretary, Brian Bennett of MS Now.
MS Now. When's this thing go on, man?
Hello, everybody. It means so much to be back together tonight. This is the part of the dinner each year that I look forward to the most. We have an incredible group of young journalists with us who are the recipients of this year's White House Correspondents
3K Newsom,
Association
yes. I think
scholarships.
Newsom gets it tonight.
Since
There'll be some shots
1991,
fired,
the
as Caroline
WHCA
says.
has awarded scholarships
I
to
think Newsom's a good
hundreds of
target to go
journalists
after
and
these
students.
leading Democratic
This year, we are helping
polls
fund the
for next
education
president.
of
So it's good to
30
get ahead, because
Well,
I think
remarks here.
going through election cycle this next 2 years, we're gonna get used to
30
Trump
students
attacking
from
Newsom
16
completely.
colleges and universities.
That's what I think, because he's gonna be the Democratic
from
leader
schools all
in
over
polls.
the country. Arizona, California,
And Vance is not gonna be able to do it
Illinois,
himself. He's gonna need the
Iowa,
help of Daddy Trump to make fun of
Maryland,
Newsom, because he's the
Missouri,
best at making fun of people.
New Jersey,
As
New
well as
York,
Tony Hinchcliffe
Ohio,
made a joke
Puerto
for him
Rico,
to say. So
Tennessee,
I think Tony
Virginia,
Hinchcliffe's a good comedian.
Washington, D.C. We have
I like
important
Newsom here.
partners who extend the reach of our giving and you all are.
Maybe I think Newsome's more likely than New Scum. I'll say that.
Our partners went to great
I think it's
lengths to make
Newsome,
sure
not
as many
New
of our
Scum.
scholars as possible could be here tonight with us. And I'm happy to say that 26
kind of a mid
out of the
nickname.
30 of them were able to return.
Barack Hussein Obama's better. That's just his real name. Sleepy Joe's better. Nickname.
Some came back to D.C. from far away. Many were already here in Washington for the summer for journalism internships. When the April dinner was interrupted
I'm bored. I'm
by
looking
the
at Mention
shooting,
Market chat.
a lot of the scholars did what journalists do in dangerous situations.
Do I buy comedy? Why?
They started reporting.
I don't
They
know.
reported for their college newspapers.
I don't really like comedy.
They
I'd
are
probably go on
already
no.
showing their commitment to the work that we are all here to celebrate.
I know it's all about comedy, but
Our dinner is the primary fundraiser for our association and our scholarships. And because of that generosity, we were able to increase the amount of several scholarships this year. Thank you for being a part of this and supporting this work. And we also want to say thanks to the America 250 Commission for your generous donation to
the
our
America
scholarship fund.
250 Commission.
The scholars not
250
only
gotta be
receive
good.
financial help to pay for school. Earlier this year, they had a tour of the White House, and they met with White House officials. They spent
250 now
afternoon
70?
with dozens of senior journalists who cover the White House.
Got stock
And they were
market up.
paired with mentors.
No one filled the China
working
bin.
journalists from the
They
White
jumped
House
it. How dare you?
Correspondents Association, who make a year-long commitment to offer advice.
Oh,
and
I didn't get it.
encouragement. We all had people along the way who helped make us better. And the WHCA scholarship program is a way
I hope
that our
not too long until
association
Trump speaks. That's
gives
what I hope.
back and helps strengthen a new generation.
So it's set to be at
of
8,
journalists.
but that was near the start.
Because of the
So we might have a couple people
and
speak.
your support, past
More
WHCA
people speak, the
scholarship
less
recipients
Trump
are now
has.
doing
You know,
amazing
it's 8 o'clock
things
there.
in
8:40. He goes to bed at what? 3 a.m.
We tracked some of them down.
So if we keep having
Tell us
people
about
there,
their work today.
his speech is gonna have to be shorter. It's all planned through though.
Being a Whitehouse Correspondents Association
All right, we're probably trying to know.
opened up a new world for me.
Being a scholar meant that I could have the financial freedom to do what I wanted.
Being a WHCA scholar gave me access to so many mentors and a world of opportunities here in Washington, D.C.
It gave me the chance to connect with
We want
other
Trump to speak longer so he can have all the words.
other members of the association.
I mean, low-key, no.
Journalism is important,
I don't know.
and
I don't want him
especially here
rambling.
at the White House,
That's for
where
sure.
every day,
I don't want him rambling because I have a lot of not like ramble stripes, I guess.
decisions that are
Oil?
made here impact
I feel like you need ramble oil or China or first term.
That you get to be a part of the
I kind of want him to hit the joke. I kind of, because my bet is like Newsom is a written joke. So he's going to say it or he's just not going to have that joke in there. Or something like communist.
covering the White House, watching
I guess
world leaders
Iran's more
arrive here,
ramble.
walking into the press
So.
briefing room, getting to see
Iran
Marine
3 plus,
One
at least.
land on the South Lawn.
I'm betting a
Being
ramble
asked the
there.
President of the United States a question directly. Being selected as a White House correspondent.
I just think there's at least one Iran in the jokes. Yes, BHO's written. So my thing is that he's definitely, like, this is just whether or not Obama's going to be joked about. Because I think at this point, any joke written to him that's about Obama, Trump changes it to Barack Hussein Obama. Because he thinks it's funnier. So he's going to say, Barack Hussein Obama, have you heard of him? And he's going to shout out, there's a couple people who got it. Like, that's kind of how it hit in Al Smith. He was like, he's very happy that people chuckled at Barack Hussein Obama, so. And he's not dropped it since. It's something he says all the time. It's just, like, if you don't think there's an Obama joke in there, then no's good. I just think there is an Obama joke there. Like, if we're gonna joke about one thing, it's probably Obama. And the fact that Obama roasted him in the 2012 White House Correspondents' Dinner, saying Trump will never be president.
And it's a cycle because of what they were able to pass on.
First term, no. This is more of a ramble strike. Like, so first term would hit saying, I rebuilt the military in my first term. Or first term could have hit saying, like, talking about investments. I had the greatest economy in the history of the world in my first term. I don't think he says either of those tonight. Placed on the speech total?
Please stand as I read your
I can
name.
see.
From American
I don't know.
University,
Kind of
Louisa
something, though.
Carson.
Maybe like 5K? 4K? 5K?
From Arizona State University,
8K.
George Headley, Elisa Horton, and Kyle Sakinski.
To potentially win 18 if I get every single thing right, like
From
a genius.
Hampton University,
Genius.
Kristen Llewellyn
He's gonna talk
and
about
Jade
me.
Abubaker.
Oh, this is everything I got.
From Howard University, Tatiana
I guess
Allen,
some of
Madison
that's
Maynard,
EDN
and
too,
Sanu
so
Lakoma.
that's not gonna happen. But
From Iowa State University, Eric Anderson.
even grinding.
From
It's the World
Northwestern
Cup
University, Jacques
and
Popovich,
these Trumps.
Caitlin Bender-Thomas,
Let's see.
Samantha Freeman.
I had the 50K Mbappe.
From
Really
Iowa
helped.
University, Nyla Gilbert.
That 50K
and
Mbappe
Ryan
play was
Emily Stokes.
helpful.
From Princeton University.
I mean, I sized up more on the World Cup too on the mentions, and it worked. It helped me. I think I'm decent at Trump. I'm not the best, but
From
true.
Syracuse
I think we
University,
might get
Ben
there.
Bassick.
I don't want to say anything, but we could get there
From the
potentially.
University of
Millionaire.
California, Berkeley.
If this goes on for a
Shaw.
long time, that I don't think I could do it in a
From the
year or
University
something.
of
But
Kansas, Julia
or I would
Hanson.
have to get really good at other stuff. But
From the University of Maryland,
I
Laura
don't know.
Charleston.
I'm trying to get good at
Lily
other stuff. I'm trying to get
Gray,
good at
Dana
branch
Matthews,
out
Ashley Nera.
in sports and culture.
From the University of Missouri,
Like,
Callie Fowler.
yeah, if anyone wants to talk
Tyler
Big Brother,
Kiron,
I'm trying to
Fletcher Mantu.
run Big Brother markets. But
And from the University of Tennessee, Abigail Fanning.
there's other things I'm just never gonna get.
Congratulations, scholars.
I know I'm not gonna trade weather. That type of shit. Crypto weather.
There's one more scholarship that requires.
I mean, that's
special
probably the only
attention.
things I'd actually say no to. Everything else, I
This
think I could
year,
try to do
We've
well.
added a new scholarship at New York University that has been named in honor of the legendary CBS.
A bot
News
for weather
White
markets?
House
I mean, good luck,
correspondent,
Lee.
Mark Knoller.
Good luck. I mean, that stuff's all bots, so you just have to. It's like more of like a Lego competition.
As you all
Build the
know,
best
Mark
bot,
passed away
you
in
know.
August.
More of this stuff is
You needed
vibes,
to
but
know how many
weather
times
markets
the
is like who
president
can build the
had vetted
best
or went on
bot,
vacation,
who's best at coding.
or played
Like I'm not.
golf.
I know I'm not good at computer science, so
Knoller
I just stay away.
Always had the facts, and he was always
Because
willing.
a computer
to
can
share.
always react quicker to
To remember
specific
Mark
temperature
and to commemorate
variables
the new
than like a human.
WHCA scholarship at his alma mater.
I mean,
at
but I don't know.
NYU.
I actually don't
Here's a
know.
tribute
I'm
put
more
together by
speculating
his
than anything,
friend
but
and CBS News chief correspondent
I mean, good luck.
Andrew Garrett.
It's possible. Shan was a weather shark.
CBS News and
Talk to
you could say
Easy
that I'm
E.
kind of the CBS
If you want to get into
News
weather, talk to
ombudsman
Easy E.
at
I know
the
he
White
does
House.
weather.
You could say that.
Easy E.
But that's less than half the story. Can you justify?
So
your
what is
role?
this?
Mark did keep a
What are
log
we-
of presidential actions. Everything.
Is this
from
a
speeches
journalist?
and
Because I don't know this.
press
This is Clinton.
to
Ooh,
vacations
click, click, click,
and
click,
foreign
click, click, click,
trips.
click, click.
By my count,
Let's see if this goes up. 22?
had 65
24?
domestic
Oh, it is going up.
in 2010, spanning 104 days. Knoller's numbers were so
Yes.
precise, White House aides used them to backfill or correct their own records.
Yes,
Historians
easy.
and journalists came to rely on Knoller's database, which he never
I kind of want to.
hoarded,
I'm trying to learn about this.
always shared.
What is this?
Knoller.
Mark Knoller.
Knoller considered that database the heartbeat of the presidency. To understand and cover a president, you had to know and remember all of a president's actions.
DHO.
President Obama does like to play golf. Since taking office, he has played golf
That's what made him such a
57
good
times.
journalist. He
I'll be
knew
glad to answer a
Obama
couple
likes
of
stuff.
questions. Mark Knoller, are you with us?
You bet. Those who watched Knoller work
I'm
were
sorry,
left
he might
in
be a good
awe.
journalist. This is a stupid.
Every White House reporter logs long hours.
Now?
None logged as many
That's
as
a cute,
Knoller.
cute toy, though.
I'm one of those lucky people that gets to work at something he loves doing. And so I
Fair,
really
same.
don't feel as though I'm sacrificing anything, spending long days here.
Prolific and accurate reporting mark Knoller's hallmarks, which served the presidency and the nation well.
Ooh. Is he resting? Thank you for your service.
We are honored to be able to add a new scholarship in Mark's name in partnership with NYU's Arthur L. Clarke Journalism Institute. And even more happy to announce that the first recipient of the Mark Knoller Scholarship is Avril
I don't really know
Silva.
about Venezuela.
Please stand, Avril.
I just kind of have it because I have oil there. I feel like I need to kind of keep it. But, oh Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's WHCA Scholarship students. When you see them tonight, offer them
I don't really know
advice
about Venezuela.
and offer them
I just have because I have no oil. I think Venezuela should always be higher than oil.
Already doing amazing
because it can hit
journalism.
in 2 different
They're all
ways. But
thank you very much.
oh, did he say movie star? Did he just say movie star?
Jobs. Many of them are already doing amazing journalism. They're all superstars.
Superstars.
Thank you very much.
I was gonna say, don't blow up my position. Don't mentalist that into Trump's mind, bro. That's be a sub. See if Whitehouse is live. Whitehouse isn't even live yet. The PMT's there. Whitehouse isn't even live. Yo, just like the Solstice tweet. I don't even have to read it. That's my goat. That dress, holy cow. Yeah, I'm trying to. Don't distract me. Whitehouse, yeah, Whitehouse isn't even live, so we'll put that full screen though. Love for $1 gas? You think gas is a joke in here, or you're just saying you love $4 gas? Because I probably disagree. I'd say I'd probably like $0 gas. Maybe. What about -$1 gas? Then you get $1 every time you pump. That's the utopia we're gonna live in. If Trump ran for a 3rd term, we'd have $1 gas. We really think Iran doesn't hit 3 times? I guess not. But it's more of a long shot than anything. But we're pricing it at 24, bro. Am I retarded, or do I not? I think there might be Iran jokes in here. Is he not gonna be any self-referential at all in the jokes? He could joke about how someone wants someone to have like a nuclear weapon for Iran, you know? That could be a, I mean, like 25. Good job. Why do you Democrat? I don't know. Democrat.
Please welcome me in joining Wolf.
I just don't think he says Democrat to their faces. I think that's something he says behind their back. Democrat to their faces, I think is less likely. Plus, a little bit alpha is that the first time there was a Correspondents dinner, Democrat wasn't a thing. So I don't think that would be any of the written speech that was prepared before. Now, it's not really more of a prepared remark strike anyways, but I just don't think he said it to their faces. I think he's more of a pussy in that way. It's supposed to be unifying. That's why I've like radical left know, because Caroline said this is supposed to be a unifying event. I think that's a lot. That's like a divisive. That's divisive rhetoric saying radical left.
And I'd like to point out that this is really a special night for me. I don't know if many of you
like I like communists better than radical left.
Dinner in April, but it was for me it was very
because communists can hit on Zoran. That's why I have it. I think there might be a Zoran joke in here, or a Kathy Hochul, Zoran, New York, commie. If he says commie, I get fucked.
I spent 7 years as a White House correspondent, and I just want to remember with real excitement and passion who often came with me to these dinners over these many years.
Biden.
That was the man who hired me at CNN, the man who created CNN, the late Ted Turner, who recently passed away. And he was a...
I don't know. I have 1,000 Iran, though, now. That might be stupid, but... I don't think it's out of the possibility he says it 3 times.
When he hired me,
like, once in a joke or something, and twice thanking people for their work with, you know, doing a little Iran bit.
This is where the news comes
saying,
first.
Iran's going great. We will never let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
Just report the news fairly.
The Islamic Republic of Iran.
You can do it first, and that's what I've been trying
Iran
over all of these years. So let's remember Ted Turner, what he did for not just for CNN, but for CNN and all of the news.
I'm so excited for this, dude. This could be the funny. This is gonna be great. This is what Trump always should have been doing, man.
Award for overall excellence.
Like, if Trump did more of these, dude, come on. Do it next year, please, for the love of God. This is so great.
Aldo Beckman, goes to...
I like him telling
let's give him a
jokes,
big
man.
round of
He's
applause,
funny.
Josh Dawsey of the Wall Street Journal.
He should have never bet in politics. Oh. Alright, let's go. Let's get Trump on, man. This is taking too long. Way too long.
The judges said Josh Dawsey shows us how power works inside the presidency. And over the past year, his reporting has revealed how decisions are made, who influences them, and how power is exercised at the highest levels.
This guy's kind of, he's got to work.
Far beyond the deluge of breaking news
He's
to
kind of
offer
cooking.
invaluable insights that can only result from deeply sourced enterprise reporting. In the tradition of Aldo Beckman, he exemplifies integrity, persistence,
See, this
and a
is nice.
steadfast commitment to holding
No one's doing
power
mean
to
jokes
account.
except Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WHCA
It's gonna be a
is
bit of
pleased
a
to give the Aldo Beckman
bit of a
Award
run, but
to Josh Dawsey.
look, if he doesn't do jokes at all, I get screwed. Because that means no Newsom, no BHO. I'm running the risk he does jokes. I mean, Caroline said it was going to be entertaining. Do not rug me, Caro. Please.
Let's continue with the awards. Thank you. The WHCA gives out 2 awards for reporting under deadline pressure.
Clinton, 18?
One for
Are we
print
taking Clinton?
and one for broadcast. This year's print winner is Amr
I feel like that's...
Madhani and Zeke Miller
18?
of the Associated Press.
Are we taking Clinton, yes? I'm going to see if this is real. I'm waiting for this order book to load.
When sources leaked that Trump administration officials were attempting to purge the National Security Council of staff deemed not sufficiently aligned with the
little
president's
jabs here.
agenda, Madhani and Miller quickly moved to verify the claim. They
Trump
uncovered
administration.
an unprecedented vetting process.
I think a little
NSC
Clinton, yes.
Staffers were asked about their past political
At this 18.
contributions, voting records, and social media
So,
posts.
this is taking so
as a
long.
gauge
I
of
think Kelsey's
loyalty
broken.
to the president. Ultimately,
This is submitting
more than
by,
150
like,
NSC
infinitely.
aides were removed, resulting
There
in
we
the
go.
loss of considerable
Okay,
foreign
that was me
policy
trying to buy, like, Clinton,
expertise.
yes?
The story that Madhani and Miller produced
It might make
is
live
as
trading actually
consequential
impossible.
as it is revelatory. Please welcome Zeke Miller,
It'll depend, I
accepting
guess.
the award on behalf of the team.
That took me, what, 17? You're going to offer me at 17? I feel like a dog on a leash. They're just tricking me. A mousetrap with cheese inside. 17 Clinton? But, it might make live trading impossible. So, we'll see.
Now the
It might be
broadcast
cow
award
sheets
for
is really
excellence
slow right now, though. It's a lot of
under
motion
deadline
going on.
And this year's
Look at the motion.
winner
What's
is
the
my colleague and very
$2.8
good
million
friend,
of
Caitlin
volume?
Collins of CNN.
That's crazy.
Reporting by CNN's Caitlin Collins on a historic showdown in the Oval
There's
Office
definitely a
between
Caitlin joke in
President
here.
Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky.
So, like, mentions
launched a
terminal?
memorable day of nonstop
Yeah, it's good. I used it for
insight
World
and
Cup.
analysis, including her exclusive interview with the Secretary of State.
I haven't really used it otherwise, but I liked it for the World Cup database because it's just that's a database I would have built anyways, so it saved me time to use it. That's just something I would have built by myself. I spent money to save the time building it.
CNN's Caitlin Collins.
I haven't really used the tool much. Ooh. Oh. Caitlin Collins, what's going on? Shoot. As she does accept an award as the best correspondent, there is. That's right. Boss lady.
Let's give Caitlin another big round of applause.
Sorry. He said big applause, bro. Okay.
And now the award for excellence in presidential news coverage by visual journalists. This award recognizes a video or photojournalist for covering the
It's a decent tool
presidency
though. I haven't
at
really
the
used it
White
though
House
otherwise.
or in the
But
field. And this year,
I maybe should.
This year's
I maybe
award
should try it
goes to Andrew Harnett
more
of Getty
than
Images.
just the World Cup.
He captured the moment an Oval Office visitor collapsed during an event. And from the judges, they say this.
Yes, it's the Oscars of journalists. This is their night.
Layered composition and visual irony, this photograph expertly documents a true split-screen moment in real time. The president's orientation.
Yo, this is a deserved award, yo. This photo is hilarious. Yo, he thinks it's funny too.
The frame is defined by movement. A truly striking image of contrast, skillfully captured in a chaotic moment.
Yo, him just.
Getty Images photographer.
Really, bro? You're interrupting my Oval Office, bro. That's yo, deserved. Where's my guy who he snapped the photo? You got that, man. That was good. You took the photo of the year, bro. That's true. Deserved award. Is he gonna say thank you to the man who fell? Thank you to the man who passed out. You made my. I couldn't have done it without you. No word speech there.
And now the Katharine Graham Award for Courage and Accountability.
Okay.
For the legendary Washington Post publisher, and it comes with a prize of $10,000. This year's award goes to the Wall Street Journal.
He's given Wall Street Journal $10K for being the best.
The Journal's courageous reporting on President Trump's past relationship with financier Jeffrey Epstein triggered the release of the so-called Epstein files, thousands of documents that might otherwise have remained hidden from the public. And despite the president's threat of a lawsuit, the Journal published a story about a provocative letter to Epstein bearing President Trump's signature. Trump quickly
I bought it at $9.
$20 billion
That's got to be worth.
Against the Journal, revealing reporter Khadija Safdar's.
Yo, they're all laughing. They're all laughing.
Her family
We're in on Epstein. Yo. That got a reaction out of him. Yo, jab back, Trump. Yo.
Continue to file revelatory stories. Please welcome the winners.
Oh, yo, Epstein might be cooking.
Khadija Safdar.
We're on Epstein, bro. 1K on Epstein. Come on. Yo, you saw that reaction out of him. That got him. Like, yo, he is smart enough to think of a joke right now to hit back at. He is smart enough to do that. Come on, Trump. Yo, whoever's bonding this at 10 cents, you got nuts. You got nuts right now after they just said Epstein on them. Call me the end? What? No. Nah, Nettie, I never said that. Yo, he said... Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Epstein's good, bro. After that, if you're bonding at 10 cents, you got nuts. They just showed a... Yo, that's obviously affected him. You cannot say that didn't affect him. Look how he's reacting. I don't want... Should I... I'm buying more. Yo, 10 cents? You're going to be at 10 cents? Thank you, bonders. You give me a chance to experience fun.
Is presented by the University of Florida College of Journalism and Communications. And this is the award's 7th year at dinner.
Come on, Epstein, dude. We're going all in on Epstein. Come on.
For $25,000. It's a lot of money. This year's award goes
I'm sad the order book didn't update. I could have clicked on like 7.
Housing hustle. The investigation exposed
I'm just surprised still people were willing to bond it at 10, at 90.
Services program.
After that obviously affected Trump.
Safety net meant to help people with disabilities and those facing homelessness find and keep
He
housing.
is smart enough to think of an Epstein joke right now. If it wasn't already in there. If there wasn't already a Clinton one.
The investigation drove sweeping state reforms and waves of federal
Epstein.
and charges. Said one
is it on like the monthly for cheaper?
Carol
I'm there for like 20.
And piercing investigation of Medicare fraud had undeniable impact, including the suspension of more than 130 companies from the ability to bill Medicaid, the state terminating the HSS program, the firing of the state official in charge, federal raids, subpoenas, indictments, and convictions. And
Unity, bro.
oversight and suspension
This guy's
powers
fucking up the
for
dinner
regulators.
of
Here
unity.
to accept the award from CARE 11, our reporter AJ Legault and producer Gary Knox.
Uh-oh. CNN hates him so much. That's true. They're doing it right in front of him, man.
The Center for Integrity in News Reporting Award honors the most fair, impartial, objective news reporting by a member of the WHCA.
This journalist award is basically their way of making fun of him. Yeah. He can't even do it like... He can't even say anything about it because it's like, oh, we gave the award. It was just what was the award was for. This is their moment to try to take back power from him. Because all they really get is the question. So now they get to like try to make a statement.
The judges said that it is coverage of the first year.
Epstein might be live, dude. I'm not even memeing. I'm not even memeing. If you're bonding at 10 cents, tell me why. He's not gonna say it.
Including supporters and donors,
Zelensky.
The Justice Department, and
he's gonna forget about it. I think that obviously affected him the most. Out of anything that's been said so far.
The work is deeply sourced and carefully verified, reflecting a clear dedication to getting it right without bias. Taken together, this body of work stands as a strong example of fair,
another thing of dissing Trump.
Journalism.
Saying your phone call was shit, you just cried for the Peace Prize.
Intended to honor. Let's hear it one more time for this year's winners. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Oh, that's Alice Perlman's brother. Dr. Alice Perlman?
Let's give him another huge round of applause.
Shit, bro, I got a positive CLV, bro. That is not good.
It's now my pleasure to introduce my good friend, longtime colleague, Jonathan Karl.
Yo, how long is it gonna take, bro? What do we do in the meantime? Like, Jesus. I'm waiting for Donald, man. Let him go. Surely it's not good for the over. Right. The fact that it's like now taking a long time.
It is a
to be here for a while.
To present the award created to recognize the fierce and fair women who covered the White House every day.
We just did. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Caitlin Collins again, but Jesus, come on.
But first, I just want to give a big thank you to Weijia.
Nick Shirley's there?
Weijia, your leadership was steady when steadiness was in short supply. You refused to let an act of violence take this dinner away from us. And because of you, it has gone on. You insisted that happen. Thank you. Awesome, courageous. And Mr. President.
I agree.
I want to say it matters that you came here tonight. Thank you. For more than 100
He's
years,
raving at the Epstein joke, bro.
You
can see it. He's so mad.
Who ask tough and
it's not even an Epstein joke. Just the award ceremony.
It's important. Thank you for being here.
Tying him to Epstein. Oh my God, he's so mad.
In that spirit,
he's so mad.
I am thrilled to present an award named after two women who didn't just cover history, they helped make it.
Epstein.
In 1947,
it might be live.
A woman joined the White House press
I'm just here sitting here pumping Epstein, but like, bro, it's what I'm noticing. He's obviously shooken up by that Epstein moment.
At the White House.
Damn, I should have had it like 6 cents, not 10.
And just a few years
at
later,
6 cents though, it's gotta be so good.
Together, they
Sam's gonna print.
Most powerful man in the world in the eye.
Two women who covered Trump did all the evil stuff, bro. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come up again. Yo, someone's bonding this at 91.
Welcome those questions, but Alice and Ethel
kept
going and kept showing up, and they kept asking. The WHCA Dunnigan Payne Award for Lifetime Achievement exists to honor their legacy and to recognize journalists who followed in their footsteps by breaking barriers for future
Where's World Cup?
generations. So tonight,
There we go. I
it
think
is
that's
a
more
privilege
where
to
World Cup
present the
should be.
award to two women who did exactly that. In a field long dominated by men, Melissa Young and Susan Walsh each built extraordinary careers as photojournalists, not by waiting for doors to be open, but by bursting through them again and again for decades. Melissa Young, this one I know very well, she worked at ABC News for 44 years. She began in local television in Miami and worked her way to Capitol Hill and the White House, where she was one of the first female photojournalists in the press corps. Melissa documented the presidencies
Logan's got a lot of
from Ronald Reagan
Epstein,
to
yes.
Donald Trump. She covered campaigns, secretaries of state, and defense. She reported in disaster zones, war zones, all around the world. I worked side by side with Melissa for about half of those years. And I traveled to more than a dozen
8 cents
countries with
Epstein?
her. I'm not going to mention the time
I'll buy
I was
it at 8.
briefly detained because that was on Capitol Hill and she came to my rescue. That kind of person. True. She's tireless and professional and a lot of fun to be around. She did it all with persistence, resilience, and quiet determination, retiring just last year. Susan Walsh, her career was built on anything but luck. When a promised job fell through after a college internship, she called the AP's Boston bureau every single day for 3 weeks. Just saying, give me a shot, will you? Well, finally, they did just that. She came in.
It's weird though, it doesn't even show Q. There we go.
She worked her way up. She got to cover
I think Cal Sheet's like kind of breaking.
Boston marathons.
Or it might be my
5
computer.
Olympic Games.
One or the other.
She transferred
Olympics?
to Washington in 1997. And from there, she went on to photograph
DMQ is still
every
bonded.
U.S. president from Jimmy Carter to President Trump, traveling the world as part
50K?
of the White House press corps. In 1999,
Too many trades
she
now?
was part of the AP team that was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for feature photography.
Is there such
for her
thing as too many
coverage
trades?
of President Clinton's impeachment. She also served as the White House News Photographers Association, fighting for press
Look at that.
access.
That's when the Alpha came out, huh?
Susan
29
also
to
retired
40.
just last year, and traded the briefing room in for the ice rink, where she now plays
Ice rink.
hockey with her son.
That's a shit way to hit ice, huh? What a scam strike.
Alice Dunnigan and Ethel Payne showed us what it looks like to refuse to be pushed aside, so that they could keep bearing witness to what matters most. Melissa Young and Susan
Come on,
Walsh
let's get Donnie.
spent their careers doing exactly that. Two women, 80 years of combined service, and a legacy that honors everything this
White House Live? We have White House Live? It's about time.
Gave me purpose. I had a lot of fun.
Let's just see.
I saw myself as part of the world that I was doing something that the world needed.
All right,
It was
it's
always
gonna be
really
time.
to be in the room, see it,
Man, that took
be
a little too
part
long.
of it. It kind of gave me the access
We're hoping for
and
Newsom to get it jabbed at.
to go up to people and
Mainly Newsom, Barack Hussein Obama. Ballroom? Wait, here we go. Ballroom, Barack Hussein Obama, communist, yes. Newsom, genius, Iran 3 times. A little Epstein hit too. This is what we're hoping for. An Epstein joke in there, dude. He was so mad.
do as a regular person. I remember being in the palace with Fidel Castro and Jesse Jackson, and I was just walking around and, just like sort of going, well, here I am.
One of the craziest, wildest ones that I'll always remember is when I was with President Trump at the DMZ. I swear there were times that I don't think my feet hit the ground as we were being moved, and it was such a chaotic, crazy thing.
Trump delivers remarks live.
9/11 happened, and that just completely changed my life.
Second
That's when
9/11
different kind of
mentioned
travel
just
started
tonight.
for me. When they asked me to go with President Bush to Iraq, there I was.
A lot of looking
and
back, huh?
Some
I guess
Iraqi
Correspondents
journalist
makes
stood
sense.
up in front of me.
It's a lot of like
literally in
Bush
front of
Clinton
me,
highlights
and
though.
threw a shoe.
A lot of Bush.
Secret Service jumped on
I like
him.
the Correspondent
right
was the
behind
first to
him. I
stop the
remember
guy
trying
who's
to
throwing something
hold
at
on
the
to my
president.
tripod so I can keep shooting. And then when it was finally over, they rushed us into a room to do an interview with the president. I think I started to see that what I did was really important.
I was traveling overseas with Jill Biden, and we slowly went into Ukraine, get the picture of First Lady Biden meeting Mrs. Zelensky, and for all of the, I love you guys, my writer friends, but for all you writer friends who didn't want to give me a spot in the van, my picture ended up on the front page everywhere, and your stories got bumped inside. Sorry.
She has an ego.
I hope there are more women that will follow through on this, especially in television, because it really is a great job.
It was always such a compliment to be considered one of the boys, one of the guys.
One of
and
the
now that I'm
guys.
older and there's
One of the
many,
boys.
many
It's one
more
of the
women
boys.
doing this job. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna claim our space. You guys can
All
be
right,
one
someone
of the
fill me
girls.
up the 8 cent.
Because we got this.
Yeah.
We got this.
1900 Epstein. Let it ride. I'll buy 100 more. Make it 2K.
Please join me in welcoming Susan and Melissa to the
2K
stage.
Epstein. Let it ride. What about the male photographers? Where's their awards? Are there any? The guy who took the guy who passed out, he was a man. He looks really tired. That's scary. It's very late for him, 9 p.m.
Awesome. I spent most of my career down
respectfully.
there, so I thank all the photographers
If I was Trump,
and the photojournalists who had
this
to
is
cover
something
this
I'd
event.
probably fall asleep to.
So it's really pretty cool.
I
to
don't know
be
how
up
he
here
sleeps so
and
little. He
just
sleeps
kinda
like
be a
4 or 5
guest
hours a
tonight.
day. If that.
But they were gracious enough to give me an opportunity to say some things, so I'd like to say some things.
For the speech, though, he
first,
goes through his
Lisa,
speech. He's more
Jackie,
tired
and the
like
entire,
other people talking,
Correspondents
though.
Board. I just want to thank you guys so
Might
much
start at 9 p.m. It's
for
already 9,
selecting
bro.
me this year. Me and
9:18.
Melissa.
I think it's supposed to start at 8.
I hope not to get emotional.
10 p.m.?
This award means like the world to me.
Yeah, bro, I'll be back at that point.
I'm such a sucker. Sorry.
Come on,
I
Trump.
got this. I got this.
If it goes at 10, there's a chance he
This
falls
award
asleep
means so
halfway
much,
through.
not
We need it to
because
start now. Is
it's
that the
named
girl from
for-
Shark Tank?
World to me.
Zoom in.
Such a sucker.
Jarvis, full screen this.
I got this. I got this.
Jarvis, pause. Is that the lady from Shark Tank? Barbara?
This award
Right
means
there?
so much not
No.
because
I'm
it's
gonna say
named
no.
for two incredible trailblazing women, but because honestly, I felt that this association.
He'll wake up when he starts talking. Yeah, that's what I think.
And,
Maybe it's like
I
a
do have
2-3
couple
minute
of
thing.
shout-outs.
And then
I have
once
to
he
thank
gets,
the
he hears the sound of his own voice, it gets him going.
Giving a chance to a young photographer so many
You're in
years
Pacific
ago.
time?
I truly hope I
You're
made you
kind of chilling
proud.
though. I still want this to take the whole night, man.
To my
But
son Johnny.
you know what? If he wants to keep going, I'm down for it.
I practiced
I think
this
this
and
is prime
I
Trump.
was okay.
So
To my son Johnny, who's here tonight, thank you for putting up with your
Gianni.
mom's crazy work schedule. I love you. And to, yes,
yeah, that's not the girl from Shark Tank. She's way too young.
and to all my friends and colleagues that I've traveled the world with, your camaraderie, your support,
Camaraderie?
most importantly,
Yo, she's
your
a commie!
have been absolutely
Holy
the best.
shit.
And in my retirement,
Communists are
I
there
absolutely
infiltrating
miss
the
that
dinner.
the most. So thank you for all of that. And then finally, to all the journalists out there who
I
are
have
working
commie,
incredibly hard to
yes,
report
for a
the truth,
Zoran joke,
despite access issues,
and
insults,
the also
subpoenas.
double chance it just
Keep
hits in
it
general,
up.
him talking about
Your
communism
work
as a threat.
matters, and we need you now more
But I
than
think
ever.
if he
Thank
does
you
a
so
Zoran
much
joke,
for
he'd
all
say
you do.
communist mayor of New York and not his name. And I feel like Zoran's a good, like a top 10 candidate for jokes. Because he's like also afraid of him. So he wants to like make a joke about him to, belittle him. He does like him though. That's the thing.
ABC has been breaking barriers since its start. Innovation is in our DNA, and being part of this work has always been my goal. Although this sounds simple, to achieve this, I've always had to fight.
Communist
I'd
likely?
fight to go places
It's
where
out
they didn't
43,
send women.
right? 45?
I'd fight
I
to
bought it 54,
disasters in war
so I have a little bit of
zones.
dyslexia,
I'd fight to
but
be part of the White House travel pool, covering 7 presidents. I'd fight to do an Oval Office address. And on a personal level, I'd fight to have a family while keeping my 24/7 job. Thank you to the White House Correspondents Association for recognizing me, the first female broadcast camera person for this
to be
honor.
fair, man, this is her
I am
moment.
so
She's taking her
proud
time.
to receive this award.
All right, look at mentions. When Trump speaks, Dumbo says it's supposed to be 20 minutes ago.
Breaking barriers. I've
Work
been
hard
fighting
to
for
report the truth,
44
except if
years
Brad Pitt was at the
to
World
be
Cup
the
Finals.
best
True!
at capturing
We're
all the action
honoring all
of the
these
White
fake
House.
news media. Meanwhile,
Since
none of these guys had the courage to report whether
My
Brad Pitt was
advice,
at the World Cup or not.
Keep up the good fight and tear down
Are we
those
serious?
walls.
This is literally fake news media. Is Brad Pitt still paused? We should have had a market on this. Is Brad Pitt still paused? Yes. Holy shit! I should be given interest back for my position. Is my position earning interest right now? Yo, just make Brad. What could possibly come out? Like at this point, just Brad Pitt. Just Brad Pitt. Why? Come on. I don't understand why it's still not resolved. What's going on? PBS is like playing music like this about to end. Let's see. Whitehouse is stream is there. He wasn't there with Ed Norton? No. That was all in his mind.
Congratulations again to all of our honorees tonight.
Okay,
I am
so
confident that one day
X
our
is doing this
scholarship
thing where it
winners
crashes.
could be the ones taking home awards.
I'm about to watch this
After
through AP.
all, not that long ago, we were you. Young people
That's different game, yeah.
passionate about journalism and determined to make it work.
I've never actually seen Fight Club. Should I watch it? Fight Club? Yes? No? Is this about to be Fight Club?
A lot about my own journey to
It's
this
about to be Fight
podium
Club another.
tonight.
That's your aunt?
I grew up in rural West Virginia, in a
Her?
town at the foothills of the Allegheny Mountains.
She's your aunt?
A town called Buchanan.
You gotta watch it.
Population
I know it's good.
5,500.
Best movies ever.
Those images
That's
of the
kind of a crazy
devastating
statement
floods
ever.
that you've been seeing are from
There's
my
a lot of
hometown.
movies. There's like
My
tens
heart,
of
thoughts,
thousands
and
of
prayers are
movies.
with everybody there. After my dad finished grad school at WVU, where he properly learned how to say, "Let's go Mountaineers," my parents decided to stay in the state to open a restaurant. It was such a treat when hunters came
Asians
in
are
and
related?
left deer
Oh.
meat as a tip.
I see.
On Sundays after church, families packed into the dining room, all dressed up. My mom learned every customer's name, their favorite dishes. I worked the cash
Fight Club?
register,
I'll watch them.
topped off glasses
I'll
of
take your
sweet
recommendation.
tea,
I'll
and
watch
did
it.
my homework
The
in
next movie I'll
corner.
watch will be Fight Club. I
A
gotta
day
see that
like
and The
that
Odyssey.
seemed ordinary at the time. Looking back,
Ordinary?
to think that
The song?
days like that could be
At least 3
considered
times?
ordinary
Then it's gotta be good if you
is
watch
the
it
most
again.
powerful reminder of how
I know it's like rated
extraordinary
as one of the best.
America is.
I just never.
My
I
dad
wasn't
came to
born
the
in that
US
era
as a
type thing,
student
so I
with
missed
just
the hype.
$67, or as Frankie might say, 67. My mom holding a small suitcase in one hand and a toddler, me, with the other. Yet they
6-7 joke? Is that the first official White House like event 6-7 joke?
say 67.
Yeah, I think I'm in love.
My mom holding
No,
a
I'm
small
joking, but
suitcase
yo,
in
that's
one
crazy.
hand and a toddler, me, with the other.
She has
They
a
built
toddler, I
new
guess. That
life,
makes sense. She has
successful
a
business
toddler.
and a
That's
real
why.
future. Our Chinese restaurant was the first
Actual
in my town.
6-7
Of those
joke, though.
5,500 residents, the Chinese American population of Buchanan was 3. My mom, my dad,
That's-
and me. Growing up there was not always easy.
Yeah.
Most folks had never laid eyes on people
I don't know if
who
that's
looked
sad
like
or
my
what,
family,
but
far more
we
often
live in a
than not,
society.
the community was welcoming and generous. Turns out deer meat is great in a stir fry. In Mandarin, the word for America is "made."
We'll speed that up.
there in that family restaurant. A small TV in the back was often turned to the news, my dad's go-to for learning
She's
more
Chinese, so we're
English.
definitely related.
The
I don't
middle
know. There's a
service
lot of
was the
Chinese
CBS
people there.
Evening News anchored by
I
Dan
know my
Levy from
stats on
China.
that one. That's
It was
like a
something.
bill plus.
In
That's
middle
more than the
school,
U.S.,
I won a
right? India.
contest to be a
I think
student
India's number
reporter
one.
for a
China's two.
national
U.S.
news
3
show
population.
called Channel One. And when a local
Well, so like
news
low-key
crew came to
China,
cover
China
it,
no
they
is
learned
maybe
just
not a
how
good idea.
big my dreams
What's her
really
last
were.
name? If I guess, I
hope
might
to
be
be the
racist.
next Connie
So I don't really want to.
and better.
Maybe,
That's kind
we'll
of
probably
hard,
find out
but
here.
That's my goal, and so I'm going to work very hard at trying to be a broadcast
Population report
journalist.
is fake news? What's the conspiracy behind that? They like inflate their census or something? I know there's a boring mandated policy
To say that
for
I've
a
sat
long
in
time.
Connie Chung's
That
old
definitely
chair to fill
restricted
in
birth
on the
rate.
evening news. And Connie and I have talked about
Probably
how
around
the
500
White
million.
House
That put it
beat
under the
and the
US,
White
right?
House
US is like
Correspondents
800 million?
Association used to be a little bit
1.4, is that what like
boys
Wiki would
club.
say?
For decades, women could be members, but they were not invited to sit at this dinner until 1962, when a woman who would become dean of the press corps
Yeah.
insisted. Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's
Mrs.
fake news.
Helen Thomas.
That comes directly from China government, though, I guess. It's like anyone can lie
Tonight,
about
it
it.
means everything to
Or
stand
make a
here as
mistake
the
in
first
their
woman
census.
of color ever elected president of this association.
So we're saying
in
the
its
U.S. has
112
only
years
340
history.
mil? I thought it was like 600.
I'm here because
Damn.
of the tenacious women who came before me.
That's really
Melissa,
small then.
Susan,
Low-key,
and support from my
4%?
family who are with us tonight. My husband Luther, not from West
Like,
Virginia,
we're
but Arkansas,
about to get
similar enough.
lapped by Indonesia. That's kind of
My
crazy.
amazing daughter Frankie.
Yeah, so they have one-child policy.
Little brother Jack.
Population of the U.S. is 350. China's having severe underpopulation
I
crisis.
love
So
you more than
is
anything
the
in the
death
world.
rate in China higher than the birth rate right now?
My parents came to a country with almost nothing.
I'm guessing
to
no,
give their
but it
daughter
may
everything.
have been
Now I have that
before
because
because of the
they could
child
be with
policy.
me in this moment. Mama,
They were
Mama,
restricted
shishi.
to have semen enter vagina. Boy
And sitting
semen.
with them, my middle school video production teacher, Mrs. Diane Williams, who spent countless hours on my submission for that contest.
Birth rate
That
is too low
changed
now.
my life.
Check the X chat.
Like public school teachers across the United States, Mrs.
we
Williams
love
looked
Iranians.
at a 13-year-old kid and said, "You can
Islamic
be
would
whatever
be
you
bomb.
want
That's-
when
that's
you
nice.
grow up," and she meant it. My story is like
Physics
that of
framework?
so many
Academia?
in this
I'm
room
scared to click
and
that.
in this country, only in America.
Should get an Asian girlfriend? I'm game. I'm game for any woman.
Only in America.
As long as
could
they
a
like
little girl
like
born
getting
in China
disappointed. I'm good.
and raised in Appalachian coal country make her way to the Oval Office to
I don't know
ask
about sleeping. My
questions
needs
of
to
the
get on my
President
physics work for
of the
fusion.
United States.
Damn it, no solstice, bro.
Because
I'm
when
hoping
this is
solstice
your
would be there.
home, you inherit something remarkable. The protections in the First Amendment. Free religion, free speech,
Get
free
Trump
press,
up there, baby.
free assembly, free petition. This
Make some
fundamental
wages.
right belongs to
As long as they play
everyone.
basketball.
And that's exactly
I'm
who
down.
the founders were thinking about when they protected a free press.
Hey, go to
Everyone.
MIT and play basketball there.
All Americans.
That'd be my dream kid.
We're not thinking about reporters.
Male or
A free
female.
press is not a
Boy or
favor
girl.
to journalists because we're special. We are not special. But America is. No matter who you are, the freedom to criticize without fear of being destroyed, that's not a bug in our democracy.
Trump is about to
It's
fall asleep. Me
supposed
too.
to be the feature. In
Low
1786,
key, bro. We
writing
need
from
Trump up
Paris,
there.
Thomas Jefferson
RK's
told his
there.
friend back
Oh,
in
with
Virginia,
Curb Your
"Our
Enthusiasm.
liberty depends on the
Cheryl
freedom
Hines.
of the press, and that cannot be limited without being lost." 5 years later, that thought
What
was
else are we trading, bro?
enshrined in the Constitution.
Like, what's a bond
after
for now?
Jefferson urged
What is he
James
not
Madison to
saying at
include
all?
a Bill of Rights. Many founders
I think
couldn't stand the
autopen,
press.
but
Some things never change. But they understood if our access is restricted, it's really the people's access to information that is
autopen
limited.
doesn't really make sense here.
If the media faces government pressure or censorship, it's
That's
the
what I think.
people who end up knowing less. That was true then, and it's true now. But having press freedom comes with a tremendous responsibility. We can't demand accountability without practicing it. Criticism of the media can be unfair. It can also be legitimate. We get a lot right, but sometimes we get things
wrong? Ooh. No way you're self-admitting.
wrong. We mistake proximity to
Mistakes.
power for understanding it. And at times we get
It's
trapped
like
in our
Otto.
own
I mean, I just don't think Otto
There is a
Penn's the
difference,
joke he
an
makes.
existential difference between
Because
criticizing
the theory is that the jokes written
One is
tonight
healthy and it makes
are
all of us
not
better.
written by Trump.
The other is exactly
That's
what
the
the
alpha.
founders hoped to prevent.
So, do you think someone else would write a joke with Otto Penn in it for him to say? I don't think so. I think Otto Penn's a thing like Trump says and no one else. So, like, these joke writers won't write a joke that says Otto Penn in it because it's not like a commonly used terminology.
About the protections that set us apart as a nation. Just 20 days ago,
exactly my
America
own.
turned 250 years old.
Not surprised?
The First Amendment is a big part of how she made it this far, and it falls on all of us to make sure it carries her through to the next 250 and beyond.
Yeah, they're spamming 250.
President
At least
Trump
this chick is.
covered you for a long time.
Stephen Chung,
so
my
have
uncle.
many reporters in this
Oh.
room. When we ask questions, you push back. You give us answers, and
Oh.
we push back.
You think he chuckled at her
always
joke
been
or
a
like a
deal
dream
guy.
or something?
Well, that's the deal. And the First
That's the
Amendment
deal.
is
That's
a
what we all
done
signed
deal.
up for.
And that's what we toast tonight, the freedoms that brought us back together even after they were threatened. So let's raise a glass to what makes ours a beautiful country.
And that's why we're going to absolutely toast Gavin
And
Newsom.
now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the 45th and 47th
Yes.
President
All right,
of the
Whitehouse is
United
still,
States,
like-
President Donald J. Trump.
They're playing the music! Yo, that's a good sign! They're playing the music. Wait, so this stream's like low-key faster than Okay, I'm gonna just keep this stream, because it won't pause, like X. So if I'm a little bit behind, then... Let's see what happens. Come on, load. Don't die on me now, Kelsey. Good luck, chat.
Wow, that was very beautiful, but this has not been an easy evening, all these awards.
Epstein.
Do I have a say in those awards, all those awards? But it's great to be back at a place that I know very well because I built it.
Epstein was close there.
And I'm very proud of it because I built it for $2.9 billion less than the Federal Reserve building, which is a lot smaller, by the way. Figure that one out. But I am delighted to be here at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Amazing people, a lot of people that I like. Some I don't like it all, but I respect most of them. I must say that.
Most of them.
Do a great job, amazing job, and
Caitlin.
it's an honor. As I said 3 months ago, the show must go on. We were back.
The show's going on,
backstage,
baby.
and we both wanted to just have it go on, whether it was 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, it didn't matter. But in the end, it made more sense to do it the way we're doing it.
Here we go.
And we had a great news conference at the White House, at a very important room. And you did very well. I think we all did very well. It was a hell of an evening, I can tell you that.
This would be like ballroom
Won't
here?
soon be forgotten. And I think a lot was learned from that evening. A tremendous
Ballroom.
amount was learned about security and about other things, the dangers of what we all do. But just like my presidency,
Oh.
the second time is always better. It's always better.
All right.
And the third
I like
time
that.
will be better yet.
The third term joke.
I'm only kidding. From the earliest moments after the
I wouldn't want to
attack
sell
on our
ballroom now,
dinner
but the
last
order book
April,
is
I knew we had
literally
to
not loading.
reschedule this event as soon as possible.
I can't sell
We had to
ballroom.
do it very quickly, and we met
Kelsey.
very quickly, and we figured something out.
Kelsey,
But the
please.
attempted mass murder at the Washington Hilton, that's what it could have been, was an assault on our democracy
I want to sell ballroom,
itself.
but I can't.
Very serious situation.
The order
Many
book
of you
is
were
not working.
there with me, and some showed extreme bravery, like
Yep,
Pete
we just have to
Hegseth,
write our positions. Oh my
Steve
god.
Miller, Tom Holman. Really? They
There
were
we go, there's
standing on tables, and most of you were under the tables, okay? But they did. They showed. I saw every one of them that was standing up in those tables. I didn't know if they were brave, if they
Yeah,
were smart,
there's no
if they
chance
were
of
stupid
live
as
tweeting
hell.
this. It's
But they
glitching
were on
out
those
completely.
tables in some cases, and there were a lot of different feelings going on in the room at that moment. But after hearing the gunshots, many people yelled, "Get down, get down," which caused Nikki Minaj to start twerking. Do you believe it? Get down.
That's bad.
She's the only
It's
one that
awful.
really understood what that meant.
That one was bad. Bad joke.
It's quite an evening. But tonight we come back together to answer that heinous attack with unwavering resolve. And every one of us
You made a
here
comedy
this
there.
evening to show that in America we do not yield to political violence. We can't do that.
He might
Can't
skip
do
all
it.
in like liberty debate.
So in this country, we believe in freedom of speech. We settle our differences not with bullets,
Not
but
even
with
250?
open and vigorous debate. And no deranged loser with a gun will ever change that. We can't let that ever happen. There are a lot of very
Crush on
dangerous
Nikki?
people
I
out there. We can't
I
let
would
it
rate it.
happen. I want to begin by expressing our gratitude to the incredible men and women who put their lives on the line every day to protect my family and myself, all presidents, and lots of others. That's the United States Secret Service. So I appreciate it very
Service.
much. And Sean and the whole group. Amazing job.
Kelsey's just completely glitchy.
Amazing job.
It's loading real slow.
In recent
oh, wow.
months, they've
Low-key,
repeatedly
like, posing
responded
there.
to threats with speed and professionalism and extraordinary courage. And there is no better example of that than Officer Victor Gonzalez, who we just met. It was amazing.
Look, the order book's
What he
not
did
working.
was amazing. When the would-be assassin charged the checkpoint at speed, he was fast. You know, when you looked at that, you had to look at it about
So it's
10
still
times
going on.
before
He
you
did hit
really
ballroom still.
saw what was going on. He was quick, nasty.
Nasty.
The gun made him nasty, actually. But Officer Gonzalez engaged the attacker without hesitation and took a bullet to the chest after his ballistic vest, fortunately, was on, saved his life. And Victor did not even want to go to the hospital for a checkup. We insisted, really, we wanted him to do it. We insisted, but he didn't want to go.
That's true. He didn't want to.
So
go
to
the
Officer
hospital after.
Gonzalez, Secret Service, Metropolitan Police, law enforcement generally, and even all of the military who surround us in the room tonight, we salute you and we thank you with all of our hearts. Thank you very much. Great
See, I
job.
would have sold out that ballroom, but I can't even sell out. It doesn't load for me.
Great job.
That was a load book, but I can't even sell out positions. And I was trying to. Just roll it. Roll it. So I'm trying to.
These are
submit,
great
it
people.
won't submit.
So this evening we're picking up right where we left off. So
Here
let's
we
have a
go.
little bit of fun. You know, I said, what do we do here? Is this supposed to be fun? Am I supposed to be serious? Am I supposed to be a comedian?
Comedian. There you go.
So I guess you said maybe a little bit of everything. I know one thing I could never have done.
It's comedy.
The speech that I had ready just a short while. Oh, that was going to be a doozy.
Ooh, he's gonna change it.
I was so psyched. I was going to rip people.
Why did I buy no comedian? What the
And
fuck?
I don't know, just something.
What the fuck is
changed.
this?
It's
What
really
is
for
that?
the better, but
Yo,
I just
what is that,
wouldn't want to
Kelsey?
do
What?
that. But we'll do a little ripping if you don't mind.
A little
But
ripping?
it is true. I said, how do we handle this? It's going to be a different
I'm just
kind of
gonna
an
have to
evening, and it is. And in many ways, it's a more beautiful evening, actually. Everyone's looking really good tonight, and I know it was not easy finding shoes to go along with your bulletproof vests, which many people didn't want to wear because they'd rather die than look 20 pounds heavier. You know that, right?
The comedy just isn't even moving.
We have that a lot. They put one on me. I said, "Are you sure I'm not wearing this?" No, you look exactly 20. They say, "Sir, it's about 21 pounds." I said, "Not good." But I want to thank the outgoing president of the Whitehouse Correspondents Dinner Association. Now, she won't admit it, and she should not admit it, but we sort of became friendly. You know, in times of stress, on occasion, you become friendly. I have a lot of respect for Ouija, and I tell you, we went through a little bit of a war together. It turned out pretty good.
Iran?
It turned out pretty good because of a lot of good people.
I'm literally just
they
have to
stopped the
ride with
tragedy,
everything
so
I have. I can't even live
I want
trade
to
out
thank you
anything.
very much. Fantastic job.
Just let it ride, I guess.
And Ouija worked extremely hard to ensure this dinner was rescheduled, and we want to just thank her family. I just met her parents, her children, her husband. What a perfect family.
Genius.
So it's
Couple of
really
geniuses
great.
in there.
Thank you very much, all, for putting up with this. For putting up with this, right? But let me also thank the incoming president of the Correspondents Association, Jackie Heinrich. She can be very tough as a reporter, I will tell you. She can be nasty. She looks so beautiful, but she can be so nasty. How could that happen? But she just got married to a very successful congressman, a very good congressman. I'd like to have a couple of more votes from it. That's okay. On occasion, he shows a little independence. We don't like that. But now he's a very professional guy, and he loves our country. But that's a big thing. I just see what
20 cents.
takes place. We're talking about what takes place to
Some 24.
be in the position that you're leaving and that Jackie's coming into. And it's a lot of work, a lot of friendships, a lot of
jokes.
talent.
I don't know why it's like,
and so Jackie,
tanking.
congratulations.
But I'm pretty down here.
And congratulations are also in order for our favorite White House press secretary, Caroline Levitt, who just had her second child. You and your husband. She's great. She's done a fantastic job. We all love her. She's done a fantastic job. She's another one. She can be nasty. But sometimes she has no choice, right? But Caroline may have one of the hardest jobs in the White House. She has to deal with all of you all of the time, and you can be very difficult. You can be very, very difficult people, but I'm probably being a little bit oversensitive. Sometimes I really do think that some of you don't like me. In fact, I read a report, I get 93% negative publicity. 93. So how the hell did I win the election by so much?
Election?
Think of it, I don't think that's true. I can't believe it's 93. In the 80s maybe, but not 93. But this place is really the largest group of Trump
tanking on
derangement syndrome people
I can't even
ever put together at one time, I suspect. But some of you are lucky that our last dinner was cut short because I had brought with me what would possibly have been, I'm telling you, I had something. I was going to go after you. I feel so badly doing this. It's going to be such a letdown. Oh, yay. But your lives were really in danger the last time for an opposite reason.
So, yeah.
But on the plus side, your careers were saved, and we have
he's really changed
We
his
really
speech,
do.
though.
We have a complete and total. I love the words complete and total. They say, but it means almost the same thing. I said, it doesn't matter when you say it. It's called emphasis. It's called emphasis. But everyone is now really warming up. The new White House military center, drone port, highly protected ballroom. We have our ballroom. The windows are this thick.
Okay.
They said to the people, well, if a bullet hits, what happens? Nothing.
You like ballroom?
Nothing. It bounces right off, sir.
Why can I buy
This is the greatest bulletproof
is
glass.
that possible?
I said AK-47. That's supposed to be a big one. I don't know so much about the guns. My sons know a lot. But I said, I know it's big.
This is stupid.
What would happen? They go up, meaning it can take more. I said, so if I'm making a speech and I hear that pinging sound at a window, what would I do?
I don't even know how much I made.
Leave the room right away, but you're going to be safe. We're building something that's going to be amazing. And in light of what we went through, I think people understand it. It's going to be amazing.
Is he going to be doing the
one
jokes,
of the biggest drone ports
I
anywhere in
think
the
he's maybe
world,
not
right
doing
on
these
the
jokes.
roof, right, protecting the White House. Not only
Is he just
the
completely
ballroom.
dodging it at all?
And what's underneath, it's supposed to be a top military secret, what's underneath, but then you get sued as
He's just
usual, and
fucking
you have to
yapping.
reveal that you're building this
About the ballroom.
unbelievable situation downstairs with room after room of very complex stuff. It was the military's dream to have it built.
Give me yes.
I wanted to have a ballroom because for 150 years they wanted it. And then the generals came to see me and they said, sir, you're building something. This gives us an opportunity to do something that will be so unbelievable,
Sir,
never happen
like,
again.
he's going off script.
Because there's very little built under the White House, very hard to build under a very fragile building like that. It's very fragile. It's old and a little different.
What are we doing, man?
construction
He's off
standards,
script.
frankly.
I know Daniel
this
Perez
is
is
an
punching
opportunity
the
for
bed
us
right now,
to
man.
build something very powerful. I said, let's keep it secret.
Yeah, what a shit.
They said, no, we're telling you, sir, let's keep it secret. And then we get sued and we revealed every room, We told the people that did the suing, they're not good people. We told them, we said, you know, you're being very unpatriotic when you bring a suit like this, but it is what it is. But it's going to be, it's really going, it's moving fast. We're ahead of schedule. We're right on budget. And it's going to be something like, I think.
This is going to suck. No
country
way.
has. I just visited
China. He's not going to do any of the jokes.
This magnificent room, the Great Room. They call it the Great Room. It's a great room, but what we have is going to
talk about architecture.
There won't be anything like it. It's going to be fantastic. And with all of the things that are going along with it for safety and security of future presidents. You know, I'm only going to be using it for about 6 months. Assuming we finish it right on time. I get to use it. Somebody said, he's building it for himself. I'm building it for the future. I'm not building I use it.
He's rambling.
Now, had I not gone down 6 or 7 stories,
in
that case, I would have been able to get a couple of years out of it. But that was far more complex what we did downstairs than what we do upstairs. So we're very proud of it, though. It's going to be amazing. And I think I was just telling the whole group sitting at the table we were talking
about.
He's
in TDS?
I think it's Whitehouse Correspondents, so I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to use that. It's going to be very large and very beautiful and very safe, and that's what you need.
Derangement syndrome.
So I was thrilled to see that after witnessing the attack, even Democrat Senator John Fetterman told his fellow Democrats to drop the Trump derangement syndrome and build the White House ballroom. But it's much more than that. It's something that you're going to use. I predict that you're going to end up using it, and a lot of people are going to end up using it. They're going to be as safe as you can possibly be. But despite everything that happened at the previous and all the changes involved, I'm told that this is still the
hottest. Oh, is he going to get
ticket in town? This ticket to get in tonight.
Hottest ticket?
Because it's a smaller room. It's a beautiful room. It's a luxury room. See those beautiful chandeliers? I can
hottest
tell you
ticket.
everything about them.
Man, I should have Kalshi Pro ready, bro. I don't even know.
See that beautiful Capitol above? See the beautiful Capitol? See everything, the brass.
Holy shit, is he yapping? Oh my God, does he? Is he just? This is a weave. This is where you would fucking buy a weave gas.
They're doing a nice job, but they're nice people. But I'll tell you, I'm
looking
at it.
What the fuck is he talking about, bro?
Walk out with those chandeliers because you can't buy them. They're very special. I won't tell you the fact. I won't mention that they're Czech crystal because I'd like to say everything's
Holy shit,
made
bro!
here,
Give me on Kalshi Pro. Where is this?
And they are beautiful. And the Waldorf people are doing a really nice job. We're proud of them actually, because you know when I left town, I was a little angry. I was a little bit angry. I was offered a nice price. I said, I'm getting out of that place. And then I said, let's make a comeback. And but I was very proud of this building. This building was hot. Remember the lobby floor? 82,000 feet. For those in the real estate business, 82,000 feet. That's a major floor. That thing was packed every single night. It was packed, mostly Republicans, I would say, but it was packed every single night. It almost brings back memories. But I left town. And I have just had nothing but good experience, and this might be the best experience of all, having all of these incredible people in this room. It's a great feeling, frankly. It's a great feeling. But tonight's event, thank you.
Let's get to the jokes, bro. We have one Democrat one.
But tonight's event is even crazier than the last time. In fact, it's so successful that I've been informed by CBS News' David Ellison, who's going to do a fantastic job. He's the owner. He's the owner. He bought it, spent a lot of money, and he's going to make, I think, fantastic changes and keep some of the great stuff going. But that next year they're going to call it the Trump White House Correspondents Center. He told me that, and I like that very much. We're going to change the name of it, okay?
Newsom's at 13 cents.
It's going to be so hot, just like our country is hot. We are hot, by the way. But to be honest, it's just about the only way that they're going to ever get me back here. You're going to have to change the name of the dinner. I can't even buy Newsom at 12 cents right now. How's that one going? Not too good.
He's finally
I hope that everyone finally got to enjoy their entire, very delicious beef tenderloins, very special beef. And I want you all to know that Bobby Kennedy, who's right here, personally ran over the cow in his car.
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, informed Trump. That's informed. That's a good joke.
And Bobby also suggested an appetizer featuring his favorite cut of male raccoon roadkill But we drew the line at that, Cheryl. We said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. We love Bobby. I'll tell you, it is a piece of work. You think it is fun, but he is a very different kind of a person, I will tell you. But he has what it takes, and he's smart, and he loves the country, and he wants people to be made to feel good. You agree with that, Bobby? He wants people to feel good. And he's doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. We can joke all we want, but thank you. A lot's happened since the last time we were all together. Last month, we hosted one of the most incredible sporting events in world history at the White House, the UFC Freedom 250 fight. The UFC fight. When I announced that we're going to build a boxing ring right outside of the front door of the White House,
Freedom
I took a lot of
250.
heat.
That does not count,
But it turned out that was, they say, about the most viewed fight in history. It was beautiful. So many things happened. It was supposed to rain.
I'm trying to buy it.
We're going to do it the week before, and the weather was beautiful. And the weather came and it went, and now we came up to Wednesdays. They said, sir.
Genius.
This was on a Sunday night.
This is genius.
Replacing 60 Minutes, which is nice. And
I'd say
unusual, because usually it's
250 is
Saturday night.
Closed compound.
And they said, sir, this was from Wednesday on.
And I
Tell
can't
me
even
about
buy
weather,
it, bro.
right? Sure, it's going to rain. I think you're going to have to. It's going to be one of the worst storms that we've seen in a long time.
just
It's
say
coming
genius?
up the
Did he hit
coast.
it?
It's going to hit you on Sunday night. It's going to be a disaster. I'm saying, can you believe? And you saw the ring we built, Dana White, the great Dana White, and everything. We had the best fighters in the world.
This is so fun.
Turned out we had the best fights.
250 resolved, yes.
Most people have ever seen, including me. It was just a miracle. But what happened is we're waiting for this rain to come all day long, and it's coming, and it's horrible. And it's 8 o'clock, and we say, I think it hasn't rained yet. I said, maybe we should postpone it an hour. Maybe we should make it the next day. We didn't know what to do. And finally, we just said, let's just have it. And it never rained. It was perfect. In fact, the week before, it was 92 degrees. It was nice. But
America 250?
This was like 72 degrees. And the rain was coming.
I don't know.
And it came right over the White House. And it was like, thank you very much. It went
I bought 1 cent. 9,000. I mean,
and other areas were drenched a few miles away. We didn't have a drop of rain. And it was absolutely one of the most incredible things anybody's ever seen. People said it's one of the most incredible nights of their lives. So just remember, before I came along, if you wanted to see someone lose consciousness on the South Lawn of the White House, all you had to do is ask Joe Biden a question. Remember that. Oh, you think I'm kidding? But the big fight was such an amazing success that tonight I'm pleased to announce that we're going to host an even bigger one right in front of the White House. Every Friday night, every Saturday night, we're going to have fights in front of the White House. But we do have something coming and I'm only kidding. You know, the one thing about the press that I learned, don't be sarcastic. Because I'm a very sarcastic person, and I get sarcastic, and most people know that, but you have some bad people that will write it exactly like I say it. And I said I was only kidding.
45? Because he said UFC?
We are going to have Indy 500. Roger Penske's coming in mid-August, and they're going to have it all throughout Washington, the greatest cars, the greatest drivers in the world.
World Cup still
and that's going to be something. Already they have over 350,000 people signed up, going down Pennsylvania Avenue, around the Capitol.
I could be getting cooked.
And Roger, who's incredible, he won the Indianapolis 500 20 times. Think of it. Germany, Japan, all these countries, they spend billions and billions of dollars trying to win the Indy 500. And Roger wins it. He literally won it 20 times. On the 18th time, I said, you know, that's amazing. I'm going to give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And I had him up. And then he won it 2 times after that. The guy's amazing. And he lost the last one by about 6 inches, if anybody watched it.
He hit
so
China.
They're coming here, and it's going to be something really exciting. We have unbelievable events. Look, it's an unbelievable country. And on July 4th, we were over at the mall, and it was raining. It was supposed to be really bad again.
Genius.
And we had 450,000 people show up.
Genius.
And that's a light
number. You could have
number.
genius here.
And I was told, so
Contact?
we're going to have to cancel the event.
No.
This was not good. And it was drizzling a little bit, not raining very hard. And people are calling me, friends of mine were calling me. And I got a call from Brett Baer. Brett Baer said, it's not raining. I said, where are you? I'm standing at the mall, and I'm waiting to go in the White House. Then others called up. They said the same thing. And I said, you know, this is terrible. But there was lightning. Not big lightning, but you don't have to have big lightning. Just have to, it takes just a little bit to do some big damage.
A genius told them
So they said everybody must leave. Everybody, 450,000
450,000
people were forced to leave, and they left.
Because some genius
And I
said,
said to myself,
you can't have it.
I said, let me call up and find out what the hell's going on. And I called up and I spoke to a brilliant young man. He said, don't worry about it, sir. We can do it in a couple of weeks. I said, you can't do it in a couple of weeks. This is the 250th birthday.
There's
in 2 weeks, what are we going to do? Say, let's go? We're going to have a redo? No. I said, I'll speak if I have to speak at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I don't care. Call them all back. They're all gone.
Dude, he's not doing the jokes, is he?
450,000, and most of them were in cars or heading
back
to Texas.
He's not doing the Newsom joke. He's not doing the BHO joke.
It was sad.
This is awful.
And we said the show must go on. Very much like here, we said the same term, right? The show, it's a great term. It's true in life. The show has to go on. The show must go on. And I said, the show must go on. I put it out on Truth. The show must go on. And we had probably, Peter, 150,000 people come back up higher. Maybe, thank you. Let's stand up, Peter. Tell them. More, right? It might have been more, but it was amazing. It was just an amazing crowd. And actually worked out better, a little like this. It worked out better than if we had done it at the normal 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock time. It was incredible. We started speaking at 11 o'clock in the evening, but tremendous numbers.
Okay, I don't even know how to use this.
Thousands and thousands came roaring back, and it was a great evening.
I've
it was
seen
a
that
celebration. And we didn't do it the following day, and we didn't do it 2 weeks later. We did it when
I'm gonna try to
we were
use
supposed to do it.
I've never used this.
Fantastic.
We're going to try to use Kalshi Pro.
Celebration. But I can exclusively reveal to you this evening that for the heaviest of the heavyweights, we will have sloppy Chris Christie, one of the sloppiest human beings you'll ever meet.
Newsom, yes.
Fighting,
that's the Chris Christie joke.
It didn't get cut. The governor of Chicago, but I'm going to mention instead Jerry Nadler.
I'm buying Newsom, yes.
And they're fighting for a big piece of cheesecake. Big, fat piece of cheesecake. Who the hell wrote that line?
That was Tony Hinchcliffe. Tony Hinchcliffe wrote that line.
And then you have a Congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yo,
plus 3.
We're back and forth.
Right? AOC plus 3.
Come on.
I watched her give that answer when she was over in Europe.
AOC plus 3. Yo, he's being mean.
I would be out of politics. Remember, you cannot have a 19-second wait time.
Transgender, maybe?
To answer really a quite simple question.
Okay, this is working,
we'll
guys.
Then have a rematch against an extreme, simple question on a foreign policy from Munich Security Conference. There was a big security conference. And this was
Newsom's up. Newsom's up. I promise you, Newsom's up, bro.
We had
they're talking about the AOC conference, bro.
And then Anderson Cooper is going to fight Lawrence O'Donnell. I'm not a fan.
Lawrence O'Donnell.
I like Anderson
he got the shout
because
out.
He's covered me well for many years. Then he went bad as soon as I went for politics. But for years he loved interviewing. I did so many interviews with him, and he was great. But you know, he's got a little different persuasion than me in many ways, actually. And Lawrence O'Donnell,
I can't believe
never
Newsom
liked
was at
him.
17
Never thought he
cents.
had any talent. But he's still making a
What
living.
is BHO?
So I can't knock
19? I'm gonna buy
But we
it.
had
It's
a
1920.
contest for who had the lowest ratings and the lowest IQ on television.
IQ!
And that was actually Don Lemon, I think. You know, when I said that he's
Come
the
on.
dumbest man on television, I said, you know, when you
We
say
didn't even
some
need the
things,
genius
you never
hit.
make
IQ
a
hit.
comeback.
Let's
It's
go.
not like, oh, gee, hey, Don, let's have dinner some night. But I know what I'm saying. And then you
buy
have
some
Bette
BHO?
Midler and Jane Fonda actually held a concert to protest the
I'm gonna have
first
to,
UFC fight.
remove this.
They didn't want to see the fight. Very few people want. They held an event. Like 3 people showed up, and given the choice between seeing some of the really beat up faces of the UFC, almost everyone chose the people in the UFC.
You don't think there's
Between
not
the
an
two of
Epstein
them of the
at all?
UFC. And what about Bruce Springsteen? What the hell happened to that guy?
What are we on about UFC?
He looks like hell. I don't
He's
care
back
what
on it,
anyone
though.
says. I'm not supposed to say. I'm sure
Yo,
he
this is
doesn't
going
like
so
the way I
over,
look,
by the
but
way.
I don't look so.
Wherever the fucking over is.
But at a recent
dimension
concert,
market for the
Bruce, all he did was talk politics. He ought to run for office. That'd be interesting. But all he talked about, he made 4 political
Yo,
speeches
Newsom is there, bro.
in his
AOC got the
3-hour
mention.
show. The tour has been
I
renamed
think
Board
I
in
think
the
Pelosi,
USA.
Newsom.
And it's so bad. But at a recent concert, Bruce, all he did was talk politics. He ought to run for office. That'd be interesting. But all he talked about, he made 4 political speeches in his 3-hour show.
My computer's
The
lagging
tour
now.
has been renamed Bored in the USA.
Here we go.
I just wanted, because I used to be friendly with Chris. Chris, when somebody doesn't like you, write them off, forget it. You got billions of people in the world. You don't have to make a jerk out of yourself. But usually a comedian hosts this dinner. And I think we sort of changed it. Tonight we're going to have somebody who I think is really spectacular. But I've watched comedians get up.
There's comedian
again? I have been here actually quite a few times. But usually a comedian hosts this dinner.
Why is it doing
and I think we sort of changed it. Tonight we're going to have somebody who I think is really spectacular. And he hit me with respect. I was sitting with Melania at the table. And
Melania?
You had Brooklyn Decker, supermodel.
Did you
at
say
a table
Melania?
right next to her. And I really always will like her. She's married to a great tennis player, Andy. And she was at the table, not at my table.
Melania!
And I have watched this clip thousands of times. They keep playing it because they think that was the evening I decided to run for president. It was not.
Oh, did he have
In fact,
BHO?
I loved the evening. I looked at my wife. I said, can you believe it? All these people, that's all they're doing is talking about me. I love this dinner.
BHO!
And Obama was nice. It's amazing how things work out.
Because the 2012 Correspondents dinner, bro, he had to hit it.
Dinner.
Yes!
And Obama was nice. It's amazing how things work out. He actually showed a picture of the White House with a big Trump on top. Like I put a sign, and I'm sort of doing that when you think about it.
BHO, baby.
I mean, he wasn't really wrong. But no, he was respectful. He was good. But it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do. I just decided that I wanted to make America great again. This had nothing to do with that dinner.
I wanted to make America great again. Wow, MAGA.
I've gotten so many
MAGA hit
calls, and for years they've been saying, was that the moment you decided to run?
To run
really?
for president,
No.
yeah.
I left that night, and the press was there. A lot of the same people that I see, they said, did you have a good time? Unbelievable. And some thought I didn't have, but I did have. And I always remember, though, Brooklyn. She was so angry. She was much angrier than me. She was angry. She thought they were mocking me, and they really weren't.
I'll refresh. Oh.
And I always remember, though, Brooklyn. She was so angry. She was much angrier than me. She was angry. She thought they were mocking me, and they really weren't. It was just one of those things, and I had a great time. But I left, and I sort of thought I was there 3 or 4 times before that. I sort of thought, wow, that dinner was really something special. And then I ran. I got elected. I thought the press treated me very, very unfairly. And I don't know. I think I made the right decision because
he said I
you
ran.
hate to go where maybe you're not wanted, but they
I
did
ran.
want me.
That's
They
so
wanted
funny.
me for ratings, and they wanted me for other reasons, but not for love. And I said, you know,
Kalshi Pro has
I'm not going to go. First time
big,
that ever happened, I think. Was that the first
database
time? Just I hate to go where
usage.
maybe you're not wanted, but
Data
they did want me. They wanted me for ratings, and they wanted me for other reasons, but not for love. And I said, you know, I'm not going to go. First time that ever happened, I think. Was that the first time? Just about. Presidents always came. And I didn't go for 4 years because I got treated terribly by the press.
And the fake news.
In my opinion, unfairly. I know unfairly because I know the facts, but I got treated unfairly. I didn't go. And this year I was called by your president and your chairman and all of the people, and they said, we'd like to do it. And I said, you know what, with time goes by, time passes, and you sort of look at life a little bit differently. I said, let's do it. And I didn't know it was going to turn out the way it did. It turned out to be the biggest event in the history of your day. That was by far the biggest, right? For all the wrong reasons. Do it. And I said, you know what, with time goes by, time passes, and you sort of look at life a little bit differently. I said, let's do it. And I didn't know it was going to turn out the way it did. It turned out to be the biggest event in the history of your day. That was They said, would you do it next year? I said, I will be back next year. Now, if you get really, really nasty, maybe
You're trying to
not.
use Kalshi Pro?
But we're going to be back next year. And well, Jackie will treat me very bad. But this year, the association decided not to have a comedian, so they considered using Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. These guys, they're terrible. They're terrible. Stephen Colbert. These are people without talent. They get a lot. They have talent. You know who has talent? Their agent, getting them the money they get. They have
Their
no
agent.
talent. But they are not comedians. They're not funny people. They're angry people. They're sick people. But the association really put on a big show, and they have somebody very special. I look forward to seeing him. And so they thought about going with a professional clown for entertainment. but Adam Shifty Schiff was not available.
Shifty Schiff.
You know, he's known, I called him, I hate some people, you know, I shouldn't say this, I'm not supposed to hate, I'm supposed to love everybody.
Yeah,
but
Barack
he's a
Hussein Obama
terrible
hit.
person, he's a liar. And
Liar.
I called him Watermelon Head because he has the largest head I've ever seen with the smallest neck,
Newsom's
pencil
at
neck. How does that
11
big,
cents?
fat, ugly head stand
take
on
16?
on a little pencil neck? And then I'm told that even Rosie O'Donnell reached out from Ireland. She really wanted to be here in
Rosie
order to honor
O'Donnell,
me.
how we missed this.
She loves me very much.
How is that not on the mention?
She was desperate to come back to the United States and pay her respect to Donald J. Trump. But that didn't work out, unfortunately, because nobody wanted her to come
How is
back.
Rosie O'Donnell missed?
But she's one of the greatest sufferers of Trump derangement syndrome. She's a
TDS.
sick young woman, sick older woman, I guess now I have to say. So instead, we're honored to have, for entertainment, the very talented mentalist, Oz Perlman. Oz Perlman.
Is he gonna call him a genius? He's a live genius, really.
Everything to everybody. They said, "Are you going to stay?" I said, "Yeah, I'll stay." I mean, I think I'll stay. What the hell else am I going to do? I've got
What the
Iran,
hell?
I've got this, I've got that.
What the hell?
Which is all going extremely well. Don't believe the fake news.
Fake news.
You know,
There
it's
you
the
go.
only thing
Took a
I've
while,
ever.
huh?
We were talking before. I said, "So
Took
we've
a
hit
while.
Iran very hard. Their Navy is gone.
Iran.
Their Air Force is gone. 250 jets, no longer.
250 jets.
159 boats, good boats. In fact, I said, why the hell didn't we keep them? We could have used them. But
He did say Iran for
159,
office
but
once,
all
so.
at the bottom of the sea. They have no radar. They have very few drones left, despite what you see. And every once in a while, they're going to set some things up, but they don't have much
Three.
left.
Come on, let's
and
get
by the
three.
way, they are talking to us right now. They'd love to make a deal. I don't think they're ready to. I
They?
don't think it's time yet.
Who's
but
they?
I'm willing to listen. But they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Nuclear.
We don't want to see Washington, D.C., or any of our cities, or Israel, or frankly, the Middle
Israel!
East destroyed with a nuclear weapon, because I know the power of nuclear weapons. I see it.
Wow,
I get
Israel.
to see it. We're not going to let
Like
that
19
happen.
cents?
So this is all about, we will not let them have
Who
a
is
nuclear
dumb?
weapon.
He's dodging. Who is dumb, Trump?
And they would use it. They
Iran
would use it if they had it. But Oz, I do have one question about
did
what
Iran
happened that
into-
time,
from
because he
Oslo?
was there. How the hell did you not see that coming? He sees everything.
That's true.
He sees everything. He's telling me about your grandmother and your this. Why the hell didn't you? We got to ask him that question when he gets up here. Why didn't he see that coming? But of course, this evening, it's really all about the fake news media.
Fake news.
And your
It was
handling
real
of
scripted.
prizes, and writing, and producing, and performing.
I don't know about Newsom
made-up
anymore, bro.
stories
He
like
really-
the Academy
he didn't
Awards.
get
You know,
that in that
Academy
little-
Awards used to be the epitome of ratings. Outside of the Super Bowl, it got the second most
Super Bowl.
ratings. Now it's down in the dumps. Nobody wants to watch it anymore because they took on Trump. They hit me all night long. They hit me. The winner is so-and-so. I want to talk about Donald Trump. I hate this man.
Epstein.
Nobody wants to hear this stuff. Right, Peter? Nobody wants to hear it.
Say
You
Epstein,
ever see
say
the
Epstein.
ratings? They used to have 48 million people. Now they have 2 people watching. But they'll learn their lesson. But I want to personally congratulate CNN's Caitlin Collins
Here's Caitlin.
on receiving her
Yes.
award. It was all about me. It's a fake. She shouldn't get the award. It was a fake, but I didn't mind. I said, Caitlin, congratulations. But it was fake. There's no question about it. But she's a young, attractive woman. She never smiles. I said, Caitlin, do you have a smile? Smile. You have a nice position. You're at CNN Fake News.
CNN Fake
You
News.
should be a happy person. So smile, Caitlin. Just smile. But we attack, and I thought Caitlin had really made it big with a major new sponsorship, but then I informed her that it wasn't her on the Bud Light can. It was Dylan Mulvaney.
Transgender joke?
And Dylan Mulvaney cost Bud Light $35 billion in
Transgender?
market cap. That was the worst commercial ever made, by the way, for those few people that want to hear that.
It's a
Most
transgender
people don't
commercial?
care, but I would. I wouldn't want to hire Dylan anytime soon. Think of it, they hired Dylan Mulvaney, and their market cap has gone down by $35 billion. Who wrote that commercial? And then you have writer Josh Dorsey. He also received, he's been killing me for
Okay.
years.
He weaved
he's
transgender
been,
there?
and yet tonight he shakes my hand, he hugs me, everything nice. He kills me. Josh is amazing. He writes more stories than any human being. There's nobody that writes more than Josh. He'll write 4 stories about me a day, all different subjects. I mean, I had the other day 3 stories and one on the, he was upset about this. 1 was on page 7, 3 were on page 1. They were all written by Josh, but he's hit the big time, and he's a workhorse, and yet he's almost unhireable. You know, he's just one of these guys. Wall Street Journal's lucky to have him.
Wall Street Journal?
But you really, it's unbelievable. He's almost unhireable. CNN is also here, and I'm very disappointed they didn't bring Fake Tapper because
I don't think he kept the
he's had a rough couple of years, Fake has. You know, he calls me up every once in a while. If I pick it up, pick up my phone. I used to go to this young lady, I'd say, any calls from the press? No, sir. I said, oh.
Maybe affordability
I'm
is
the
here?
president of the United States, right? I'd say to Stephen Chung, is Stephen here someplace? Where's Stephen? He's one of the toughest human beings I've ever met.
12? Maybe
Don't ever wrestle Stephen, you'll be in big trouble. But I say, Stephen, let me ask you, did the press call? No, sir. You know, when I was a developer, I'd get a call every half an hour. For whatever reason, I always got disproportionate press. So I said, Stephen, nobody called? No, sir. 2 hours later, I say, hi, Steve, how are we doing? Everything good? Anybody call? No, sir, no press calls. I say, I'm president. Nope, they never call. So this went on for about a week. I'd say, Caroline, did the press call?
Caroline?
No, sir, no calls. I said, nothing. It's over a week. I haven't received a call. So I said, you know what I'll do? I'm going to give the press my phone number. That was the stupidest thing I ever did.
Give the press
I'm getting
my
a
phone
call
number.
every 3.7 minutes. Stephen, I don't know where the hell you've been, but the press calls, I'm getting calls, ring, ring. I was with somebody today.
Iran.
They said, I've never heard a phone ring as much as it's fresh. Now, I look at the thing and usually just delete, delete, delete. Every once in a while, it'll be one of the people in this room that I like. And I'll pick
What
it
about
up.
Iran?
Like this one right here calls me on occasion, right? She'll call me and she says, hello, sir. How are you? We want to talk about some horrible subject, like a horrible, depressing subject. I say, Jackie, I don't want to talk about it. Congratulations, however, on your new marriage. But I don't want to talk about it. But it's true. And people call me now. And so for weeks I go, no calls. And I learned then that both of them, they feel that I'm doing a great job. And they feel I'm above it all. And that no person, hundreds of people call no person, is good enough to talk to Trump. And so we don't even bother telling you. That's not the way it works, Caroline. You have to let me know, because sometimes I do like to speak to the press, but now I have the best system I've ever had. It rings, and just so you understand, you're much better at putting your name, because if there's no name, I just can't do that. You know, I pick up every once in a while. Hello, I'm from Reno, Nevada. We're a startup paper. We're calling it the Reno Express. I said, do you believe I'm the president of the United States? Mr. President, could I have your views on Iran?
Iran, there you go.
And I just hang up. No, I get the craziest calls. I mean,
is that it? 3+?
My wife said, I can't believe you do this. This is a hell of a way to live.
How do I sell
But sometimes they get calls from very important. Sometimes I can straighten out stories that are going to be fake, and I can make them from a fake story to a good story.
Let's go, Iran 3+.
I always find that when you don't speak to the press, you always get a bad story.
How do I sell into it?
When you do speak to the press, you have a shot at getting a good story.
I mean, it's bonded 80K, so I imagine it's correct.
No, look, if I were a reporter...
Let's go Iran, though. You knew that reporters were asking about Iran, man.
Failing New York Times.
What a ramble.
I work for, well, I don't know, do they ever come to these dinners? Didn't they cancel out a long time ago? Big mistake.
He's weaving.
They should be here.
I'm not going to lie, he's doing it.
But I get a call. I've always found that, you know, speaking to them, you just do better. You do better. When you can, when you have the time. You speak to the reporter. You treat the reporter with respect. Sometimes, now, there are reporters where it doesn't matter.
Probably positive.
You can be so nice to them, it doesn't matter. You get treated unfairly. You have a lot of great reporters where when you speak to them, you can get your point across, and that's a good thing. But some people say that Jake Tapper is a great investigative reporter in D.C., and that's why after moderating our debate, it only took him 1 year to break the story that Joe Biden might possibly have suffered from cognitive decline. It took him 1 year. He wrote a book about how great he was mentally, not too good.
Where's Sleepy Joe?
And I don't like Biden because Biden was very unfair to a lot of people. But Jill Biden insists that Joe would have beaten me in 2024, even though he was way down. She said he was way behind in the polls because He was
This should be Kamala,
seriously
no?
ahead. She felt he was going to win because he was seriously ahead on deceased voters. He was leading in the deceased crowd, and there were a lot of them. You're finding out there's a lot of them. Look at the numbers that just came out yesterday. And it's traditional that at least one or two potential presidential hopefuls attend the Correspondents' dinner, but many of them seem to have really chickened out.
Where's Kamala?
I was disappointed that Gavin Newsom didn't show up. He didn't show up. He should be here. But I heard that he recently said that we will
Gavin Newsom
lose our country if we don't fight fire with fire.
Communist.
And to be fair, there's only one thing we know about Gavin, and that's that he definitely doesn't want to fight fire with water. He's got a lot of water and never uses it.
Yes, that's a
What
good joke
disaster.
too.
That should have never
You can't
happened.
fight fire with water.
But Gavin Newsom recently
Newsom
did a career-threatening, one of the worst interviews I've ever seen. Where
it was going to be about the interview. Yes, I was right.
He can't read a speech. He's
I was
incapable
right.
of reading a speech. He's
a low
That's
IQ
even
better
person.
than winning is being
He's smarter,
right.
however, than all of the people in the room, and then he gets sued for being a racist. Okay, when he said that.
Yes.
But he basically said he has various mental incapacities.
Yeah, it's about his dyslexia.
He has difficulty in various other ailments mentally. And I'm looking at it and saying, this is the worst interview. I'm watching this interview. I said, this is the worst interview I've ever seen given by a professional politician. I've been watching
I'm so glad it
politicians
hit
for a
the
long
exact
time,
joke too.
mostly on the previous side, because I haven't been doing this too long. How am I doing? Not bad for the number of minutes spent. Not bad. But with Gavin, so he said that all these things, and I said, anybody running against him, all they have to do is take that one interview and you can't lose. I actually put out a statement that Gavin Newsom has come out and said he will not be running for president.
5+ baby.
Because nobody can say what he said about himself and survive. Newsom was in big trouble.
He knows he's up next. That's why he needs to diss him.
Admitted that Kamala was smarter than
Kamala!
him. She said Kamala is smarter. If Kamala
Holy
is
shit,
smarter than
Kamala.
someone, you don't want that person to
Damn.
be president of the United States of America.
Wow,
Between
Kamala.
California's
I had
policies
no yes
of
either, but-
enabling wildfires, paying drug addicts to be homeless, giving free sex changes to illegals, and telling
Illegals?
rich people they're going to take away.
Illegals?
All of your money is going to be taken away.
no
People
alien?
are fleeing, and they're fleeing in droves. We can't have that in this country. It's becoming such a horrible and dangerous location that Ilhan Omar, one of my favorites, and her brother are thinking about moving together, very much in love. A video has surfaced recently of Ilhan giving a speech referring to World War II as World War XI.
Ilhan Omar.
They asked her about that. She still thought she got it right.
Yes, we got
But I'm
Newsom.
not surprised because she's a low IQ person.
Low IQ.
And she's also a very dishonest person. And she ought to get the hell out of our country. She shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be in our country. She also calls her brother husband number one.
Brother.
Omar is reportedly being investigated for fraud. She
Fraud.
revised her net worth. I was shocked to see that she
Fraud
was
hit.
worth much more than $30 million. And then
Pelosi.
when the press got
This is
on
Pelosi.
her, she revised it slightly downward to less than 18,000. So she
the
went
Pelosi
from
joke.
much more than 30 million to 18,000. And I know Democrats.
Democrats.
And the word Democrat is something that's come into fashion. I changed the E with a U, and most people
is
don't know
Pelosi.
that
This is
dumb
Pelosi.
has a B, so we don't have to worry about that.
Democrats hit. Wow.
It's very quiet. I thought it was quite good, but I haven't gotten much credit for that. Fake news, good. Pocahontas, good.
Pocahontas?
I won't say Lion Ted because he's on my side.
Lion
I
Ted.
don't
Yo,
talk
he's
about
going
past
crazy right now.
conquests, but we have a lot of them. I won't talk about. They got a whole table full of Republicans there. They're saying, "No, don't mention my frickin' name, will you, please?" But we've had a lot of good
This
names.
is awesome.
But the Democrats,
Pelosi.
are there to destroy wealth, and honestly, they've gone absolutely crazy.
Communist.
Gavin Newsom's not only a man who really wants to run for president.
Communist.
He's doing a bad job running a state. You can't have somebody like a J.B. Pritzker, who I understand is not president.
He knows he's
but,
running for president. That's why you had to diss him. That's it.
You know, some
that's
people
it.
say, never use the fat word. And I don't. I would never call anybody fat. I have my own problems. You know, it's not like I'm perfect. Sir, in the back, don't call him a fat pig, okay? I'm sticking up for him. Don't call him You can't do that, sir. You can't call J.B. Pritzker a fat pig. Please. All right? Thank you very much.
Yo, this
I
guy's
appreciate
hilarious, bro.
Everyone's trying to figure out who is that guy? Does he exist? But the nice part is when you do that, the press can't get you. Because I'm defending a man.
I'm defending him.
Who obviously
he's not
has
calling
a
him
problem.
fat.
Actually,
He's
he's
just
lost a lot
defending
of
him.
weight. I saw
Okay,
him
that's
recently.
class.
He lost quite a bit of weight.
That's
I don't
so
know what the hell.
good.
He's got no chance, believe
he hitting
me.
Ozempic?
Anything he does, the family threw him out of the business. A number of other potential Democrat contenders sadly refused to show up tonight. We invited Elizabeth Pocahontas.
But Pelosi's hitting.
She's referred to Pocahontas because
Pelosi
in
is
fact,
for sure
apologize.
smacking.
People came up and they said, we want you to apologize to Elizabeth Warren for calling her Pocahontas. And I ended up apologizing to the real Pocahontas. But Elizabeth Warren was
the real one?
Supposedly of Indian heritage. And then she took the test and she only had 1,024th Native American. And I said, you know what? I think I'm more of an Indian than she is. So this is what we have to deal with. But Senator Warren did not accept our invitation to debate. I wanted to debate her on various and sundry things, and she decided not to do it.
Senator Warren?
And I decided to bury the hatchet. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the crowd's going crazy right now.
Well, I'm not going to say this next one.
Oh.
You want to hear this one? How bad? She wasn't high up on her totem pole. Who the hell wrote that? No, she's bad news. I wanted to make sure that Jack Smith, deranged Jack Smith, remember he went after me for about 2 years? How did he do? Not too good.
Yo,
I'm in the White
Pelosi's
House
next, bro.
He's not doing as well.
He's hit Kamala at that point. He's hitting
different kind
Pelosi.
of a house, but he's a deranged human being. He's a bad prosecutor. You know, prosecutors are very important. A great prosecutor, a fair prosecutor, but that's the great prosecutors, the ones that are fair. They're very important to a country, but this guy was a deranged lunatic. Saw his
He's not saying radical
invitation
left, no.
tonight. He was invited because, but I put it in a private text to Chuck Grassley.
Chuck Grassley?
And Chuck saw him and he did a certain thing. And then one man that we had who should be here, he turned Palestinian. This was a man who was 100% for Israel. 100%.
Oh,
Chuck
and he's
Schumer,
calling him
Brian
Palestinian.
Chuck.
Oh my
Remember
God,
he cried at
Pelosi's
the airport
next.
over illegal immigrants. They were the fakest tears. There were people throwing water in his face. But now he's
Where's
a proud,
July?
very proud Palestinian. In fact, I'm going to send him a
Pelosi's
beautiful
at 70.
Palestinian outfit tomorrow so he can greet Bibi
Palestinian hit.
Netanyahu when he comes to town next week.
Netanyahu.
Along with the mayor, who I'm sure would love to meet Bibi.
Communist.
They're not treating Bibi too well, but Chuck wanted to join us tonight.
Oh, that's the Mamdani.
But he didn't want to be violating many parts
is that
of
the Mamdani mentioned?
Palestinian rules, regulations, and
He just
certainly
he
didn't
just
want
talked
to
about
violate
it.
Sharia
The
law.
Zohar Netanyahu.
His new founding, and all joking aside, I do think we need term limits in Congress. I think term limits are very important because I see
This
what's
guy
happening.
talking about term
I see
limits,
what's
bro?
happening. The other
He
day, a
expected applause
senator
there.
I knew got a text, a great guy.
This is Pelosi.
From his wife.
Pelosi.
And she said, when you get home, I want to
This is
have
Nancy
you
Pelosi.
immediately come up the stairs and make love to me.
It's
And he
Nancy
said,
Pelosi.
I can't do both. You know what? In other words, can't go up the stairs and make love. Does anybody get that? Well, I thought that was actually pretty good. That was actually the only thing I thought was good in this whole frickin' stupid speech that they wrote.
Stupid speech. He's blaming other people.
That was the only good one, and
On
that
God.
went down with not exactly great laughter. I think, in other words, you can't go up the stairs and make love, too, So we're looking for term limits. Does anybody understand this?
Pelosi. He's taking a while to get there, too.
But I really do wonder whether the Democrats are trying to lose the midterms in Maine.
Transgender.
They nominated a guy with a Nazi tattoo.
Graham Plattner.
But don't worry, Democrats. Word is that Plattner's replacement, he throws bottles at women. This guy throws bottles. This guy's another lunatic, by the way.
Wow.
Although I think Plattner might have done surprisingly well.
Plattner.
Because we're in the age of Trump. Call it what you want. People can do well today. Plattner,
Cheated on
I
his
don't
wife?
know. But, people don't have the guts to stick it out. But it looked like he was guilty of a lot of stuff. He certainly didn't defend himself very well. In Texas, the
Transgender.
Democrats are running a candidate named James Telefrico. Who
Is it
hates
vegan?
guns, hates oil, hates sex, hates
oil?
women, and who said he is, quote, a Christian who hates Christianity.
Damn, I had
Other
oil
than that,
no.
I think his platform
He said he
is
hates
quite good.
oil? That's a stupid way to hit oil.
And that means that he's not going to do very well against Ken Paxton, who hopefully in Texas is going to win.
He didn't hate transgender on that
He's
joke?
you know what he looks like to me?
Talarico?
Alfred E. Newman. You remember Alfred E. Newman, Mad Magazine? I said, that guy
Alfred E.
is Alfred E.
Newman, oh,
Newman.
man.
Can't imagine he'd win. Well, I have all of the press here in one place. I have
So
to
he
say that
dodged transgender there.
we're
Oil
having
was
an
such a
amazing
bad hit. That's so
load of
stupid. That's so
accomplishments
lucky.
that the media never talks about. For example, under my administration, a once feared and powerful regime that relentlessly
Venezuela?
attacked America has finally been
Iran?
toppled. Their former leaders have been removed.
Let's get Venezuela.
They're now being run by a gay dictator
Gay
facing
dictator.
internal divisions. But I, for one, wish Barry Weiss all the best at CBS News. She's a wonderful woman.
Yo, they don't
Most
like
of
that?
The press lives here in
That
Washington,
was a good
D.C., and you should
misdirect.
be
That was
thankful
hilarious.
for me, for what
Barry
my
Weiss,
administration and
the
I
gay
have
dictator.
done to make our nation's capital, which was one of the most dangerous and
Man, I thought Venezuela was
unsafe
there.
cities anywhere in the world, one of the safest cities in the United States. Crime is down 88%.
Aliens?
And our capital is shining again with 62 monuments, statues, water fountains looking more beautiful. The graffiti's all gone. The tents are all moved out of the parks. The fences are all done.
I didn't even know how to sell
Our
on this
capital
Calci Pro.
looks
So.
like it's
Pelosi's on the monthly.
really in good shape. And people coming here, people in the White House, they work in the White House, they all say, young women, young guys walk up.
I think
they
Nancy
say,
Pelosi's
"Thank you, sir."
still
2 years
hitting.
ago, we lived in a dangerous city. We lived in a city where 150
Stock
people were
market?
killed a year. And now we have almost a crime-free city. Our National Guard has done an incredible job,
stock
and
market.
we've removed over 5,000
maybe that Pelosi
career
joke.
criminals.
And for the chance he
You know,
says
we removed, there's one stat,
he
I
hit
think it's a
records on
great
stock
stat.
market.
It's to me, it's fantastic.
rapping?
2% of the people create 91%
of the crime?
of the crime.
So you could say
That's
alien
something
here.
you can fix, and we fix it. We moved out over 5,000 career criminals out of Washington, D.C.
But he's
and
talking
we
just
have
about DC.
the greatest capital in the world. Again,
He's
it's
talking just
beautiful,
about
it's
DC. I don't think he
thriving,
says
the
alien.
restaurants are thriving. You couldn't get into a restaurant because they didn't
Yeah,
have,
he's
all the
kinda off
restaurants were closing.
border.
And if you even got in, you felt unsafe. People were getting into Ubers and they were being attacked when they were in an Uber. It's not happening anymore. We have tough, smart people, and they have done a fantastic job. Washington, D.C. is safe again. You can't get into a
This is so
restaurant. The
long.
restaurants are opening
No?
up. They're opening up all
It's
over
gone
the
over?
city. They can't get, it's the exact opposite. They can't get space. But mostly I've given
Holy
up
crap, it's
on
gone an hour.
you and the media, so that now I just gave up on you, and I'm #1 on TikTok. Did you see that I'm
TikTok.
#1, Stephen? Is that true? I'm #1 on TikTok.
That was on the weekly.
So how could they be so bad? 520. Think of this. 425 billion views.
You get
Can
Charlie
you believe
Kirk
that,
mention
Peter?
here?
I mean, let's go, Peter. I gave up on you people. I gave up on traditional press. And it obviously worked because we did win in a landslide. I mean, somebody's got to be saying something
what?
good about me.
You
But
wanted a
TikTok,
what?
Good old TikTok, and I was able
A
to get
landlord?
it
A landlord?
sold to a group of very wealthy people, mostly Americans. I
Stock
was
market.
told
Come on.
President Xi, who's
China?
a man that I get along with very well, he was a hard no for the sale of TikTok. They all said he's a hard no. I said, well, let's call it, put your group together. They put it together, billions, hundreds of billions of
Where's
dollars.
this
I
Pelosi
called
joke?
up President Xi. I said, President, look, these are American people. They're wonderful people. In fact, one of them happens to own CBS, actually. I mentioned his name.
Larry
I said,
Ellison?
these are wonderful people, and it'll be a good
Ellison
thing. Does it mean anything, President? It's nothing. It's nothing. They love your country. We'd love to see you approve the deal. And he goes, all right. That was it. It was done. And we sold TikTok. And he's a friend of mine.
Friend of mine.
And he's not contributing to problems like other
the
people
fuck is going?
contribute to
Yo,
problems.
she's like pissed at him.
So we get along.
What is even going
But
on?
We made the deal, but #1 on TikTok is Trump, and that's probably why we won. But for all of the trouble that you give me a lot of trouble, a lot of
Epstein.
heartache.
Come on.
I hope all of you know that I believe in the free press more than
This is
anyone in this room does. Maybe not quite. But that's why I'm proud to be the most open and transparent president in history. They called me that. You know who calls me that? Caroline. That's about
Caroline.
it. So would anybody else call me that? I think Peter would call me that. Am I the most transparent? Biden never used to answer your questions.
Sleepy
He'd
Joe.
ask Biden 20 questions, he'd never get an answer. Who's the most transparent president? Peter?
Transparent? Transgender?
Who? I look at him. It's the first time he's tongue-tied. I cannot believe it. Oh, he's not going to be happy tomorrow. But you people have no idea how lucky you are. When I'm gone, you're all going to be broke. Your business model
You're going to be broke when I'm gone.
When I'm not around, you're going to be broke. There's not going to be anybody to report on. Nobody gives a damn about anybody else. The New York Times the other day had 5 stories about me. You know, before I got into politics, in my whole life, I had 7 front-page stories. This is years of success. I think 6 were good, 1 was bad. I had 5 stories, 7, 5 good. Yeah, I had a total of 7 stories on the front page of the New York Times.
7 stories?
That's not bad. Now I average about 3 or 4 a day. All different topics, all bad, everything bad. But here we are. I mean, here we are. In fact, when I'm finished, I'm going right back to the Oval Office.
Oval?
So I have to be doing okay. But we are all doing good together. That's why tonight, to show just how much I care about the press, and I want to save your ratings, I'm pleased to announce my intention to...
Third term?
And this is
third term?
Somewhat of a scoop. My intention to run for a 4th term as President of the United States.
4th term.
I will be doing that. I will be having an official. In fact, I think I have. Yeah. I won 3 times. Now I'm going to do it again.
MAGA? Trump 2028.
Thank you. I'm going to do it.
Holy
Should be
shit.
easy. I'm getting very good at running for president.
He's trolling.
No, I won 3 times. Did very
He's
well the
absolutely
second
trolling.
time, by the way. It's a rigged election, but
Rigged
we don't have
election.
to talk about it. You know, it's interesting. When you come back and you do a good job like we did, you don't care about it so much, but we do have to tighten up these elections because they really
Ooh.
are in seriously bad shape. But on a serious note, I want to say once again, I just want to thank you all.
This is it.
It's been an
Rapping.
interesting evening. I didn't really know what to expect, and
He's
it's
rapping.
far worse than I actually thought. But if you want to know that, but I didn't know exactly what to expect, and I've made a lot of friends tonight. I've made a lot of good friends tonight. Probably made some enemies also, but it's been an experience that is something that we've all shared together because we're all in this room tonight because most of us went through a period of trauma from just a short while ago. And, you know, some people said they wanted to come,
Buy
but
that
they were
hat.
afraid to come, and you people weren't afraid to come. There were a lot of people that said, Jackie, they don't really, you know, they didn't have the courage
Seems
to
like he's
come.
rapping here.
And we don't want that to happen.
I can't.
And
I
I'm sure
know
it's
he's
not
not
going
if I
to
know
happen.
though.
We're
On
going
the
to
pro. So
do things. Again, I want to thank our law enforcement, keeps us safe.
looks like
All
he's
law
rapping though.
enforcement. It's, we have the greatest people on earth. You know, we had 2
Find
years
alien,
ago,
yes?
we had the worst record of recruitment in, as an example, the military, Army, Navy,
Venezuela?
Air Force, Marines, the Coast Guard, Space Force. I love Space Force.
Space
Look at
is
all that
baby. Space Force is
shooting
baby.
we're able to do from space. That was my baby. But all of the branches of you couldn't get people to join. This
Did he
was
say
2
first
years
term?
ago. And last week, you
No.
probably
Oh
saw,
my
some
God.
of you wrote the story.
Holy Dodge.
We have the single best recruiting of people into our armed forces
military.
than we have ever had in the history of our country. They are brimming over with great people. And that's a big statement. And that also goes for the police departments where they were having a tremendous problem
Police,
recruiting.
aliens?
You can't get into a police department now. If you're looking for a job, it's very tough. And that also includes our great fire departments.
Fire
because
department.
people forget about them. They're
There's the new scope.
unbelievable, the
Bit.
job they do. So I just want to thank you.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
we're
rapid.
on the cusp of something big, and I call it, and this I'm being very serious when I say
Hottest.
this, that this is the golden age of America. We have $19.2 trillion
Trillion, this
being
trillion.
spent in our country.
So, stock market.
A record was China. I think it was 10
Stock
years
market,
ago.
where is it?
3 trillion. Trillion is a lot. 4 years,
that
they
20?
went less than 1 trillion under Biden. And we have 19.2 trillion. And this is a period of actually 13 months, not even current, because we're here a little bit longer
getting
than
stock
that.
market?
But that was as of reporting dates. $19.2 trillion is being spent. Factories are coming. Toyota just
AI?
announced they're going to be building the biggest car plant in the world. They're leaving Mexico. They're coming here. Tariffs did that. tariffs did that. And maybe November 5th did that too, the election. But our country is doing things that nobody's ever seen before. And it is true. We were, and you've heard me say this.
He's ending.
A dead country.
Yeah, by like
2 years ago. Other leaders would see me and they'd say it's a miracle. President Xi told me that a few weeks ago in China, and he's coming here on September, I think, 24th. Coming in September, the end of September. Going to be exciting. But he said the same thing. The king of Saudi Arabia said it. Everyone said almost the same words. We thought you were a dead country. We never thought you had a chance. You were never going to make it back. And in a period of 1 year, you made it the hottest country anywhere in the world. We all did that together. It's not me. We all did it together. And we do. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And we're going to keep it going. And I just want to say,
that's it. Now
this is the room. I have tremendous respect for the people in this room. Sometimes I don't feel you treat me fair. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't feel that. But sometimes you treat me very fairly. And I have a lot of respect for your profession. Your profession's amazing. And I just want to thank you for having me.
Venezuela oil. That
it's been fun, and I've met a lot of great people. And you know, I used an expression. I've used it right from the beginning.
Make America
I did
great
this
again?
for one reason: to make America great again. And that's what's happening right before your very eyes. We have made America great again. It's going to get a lot greater. So thank you all very much. It's an honor to be with you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was something. That was something. Oh my God. Was that something or what? Trump correspondence, Trump stand-up. I feel like he got like barely any laughs. I feel like I laughed more than the room. They were not fucking with this set, but... Yes, we got the Newsom joke. No Pelosi is a bit, I should probably sell, huh? There we go. Yeah, I put up the Kalshi Pro. No Epstein. I don't know how I did because the website's down, you know? So I have no idea. I'm imagining I'm up. I need to sell my Pelosi, though. I did have a lot of Pelosi. Oh, it's at 20. I had 500 at... Okay, it's not bad. I'm surprised he missed
He was coming
Pelosi,
to the
though.
dinner back in February. What the heck
Refresh?
is a mentalist?
Yeah, this was an absolute, like 50 minutes long, huh? So Melania cashed on the weekly. And this is the main market? Alright, I'm not watching the Oz Perlman shit. What hit on the correspondent? Holy shit. Bang, baby. 4K on the correspondence. Let's go. Okay, little rundown of what hit, what didn't. More markets. So a lot of stuff didn't actually hit. Even with the 45, 50 minute, like, Trump pretty much ramble. So 250 hit. I had 250 yes. Ballroom, Barack Hussein Obama. China no was sucks. Bro, oil no was probably the worst beat of all time. You're talking about he hates oil about Tallarico? What are we talking about? Newsom yes. Bang. That was the big one. That was the Gavin Newsom. TDS UFC hit. Let's say Iran 3+, IQ and Genius. So I think he hit IQ. I don't know if he hit Genius. And then Nose. I had some of these are like I got on Kalshi Pro. Autopen no, Butler no. Communist was a bad beat. He did mention Zoran. And about Netanyahu. That was a bit crazy. So Communist we lost on. Epstein we lost on, but bro, I'm gonna be honest. If he says Epstein, I have to be on yes. Like, that's just like a respectful moment of like, you have to be on Epstein. Yes. First term, no. Movie star, didn't hit. Radical left, no. Hit the soundboard. Holy cash. I mean, that's a soundboard moment. I don't know if I've ever, I don't know if that might be my best ever Trump. Yeah, Epstein law. Movie star, no. Radical left, no. Stock market missed. And Venezuela missed. But World Cup was a no. Those were all my bigger no's also cashed. Yeah, he dodged transgender. I mean, I bought this 9 cents when he just mentioned Tallarico, but I'm just surprised he didn't do a Pelosi bit. Realistically, so I'm thinking he would have done a Pelosi bit, and he didn't. But we'll take that for sure, man. I'm trying to show it. Take the graph away. Bang. Yes. Bang. There you go. You put big bets on the ones you were super sure? Yeah, I mean, like, so my highest conviction was Barack Hussein Obama, yes. Newsom, yes. As you can see by the share size. I'm trying to get better at sizing compared to conviction, you know? Oh, stuff is unbonding because he's still technically there. I guess he could talk again. He's not talking again. Oh, is he gonna hit it in like the So Oz Perlman's doing something right now. Maybe he brings up Trump and he says something? Is that maybe? But my highest conviction one were Newsom, Barack Hussein. I like Iran, but Epstein, World Cup no, Radical Left no, and World Cup no. He got decently close to World Cup because he hit UFC 250 and he hit Grand Prix. During that little part, he could have hit World Cup. Is he gonna do a bit with the president? And that's why stuff's unbonded. Like, what could he say though? He would say like genius. He's not gonna say like anything like that. I don't think. But cha-ching. 4.4. I think that's my best ever Trump, I think. So we will take that. I think that's even better than Sodu. I don't know how much I made on Sodu, but for show. Well, W. I think that's better. Yeah. I don't know. It's because Sodu was multiple markets, so I don't know. That was definitely my best ever singular Trump. But I'm getting better at sizing into conviction. So determining what I'm best, what I think the most is. Like that Daily Mail article was really good, knowing that a Newsom joke was submitted. So I sized into that one the best at a 30 cents, and it hit. Once I heard the AOC joke and the guy who called fat at the beginning, Chris Christie. Once I heard the Chris Christie fat joke, which was in the Daily Mail, I really liked Newsom there. And it was a good thesis that he is the Democratic nominee most likely, so he needs to get ahead of the election cycle and make fun of him now, which he did. And he made him. I was right. He was gonna make fun of the interview he did, where he said he was dyslexic. If Trump wins president in 2028, that'd be great for us. More Trump mentions. I mean, it wouldn't be great for the Constitution, but yeah, for my pocketbook, it'd probably be good. But for the Constitution of what the country was built on, it's probably not the best case scenario. Now, the fake news media is gonna go crazy because he said that he's running in 28 today. He said 4th term. So technically, I know he's trolling, but he is trolling. I do hope, though, Trump in that campaign cycle will be a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he has, like, post-debate interviews, and he gets to rip on Newsom or AOC or whoever's there. Because, honestly, like, whoever's there in the seat, whether it's Rubio or Vance, needs help from Trump. Like, they would like Trump to help get some good insults out there. Because, like, he's the best at it. He said 4 terms, so 20, yeah. No, I think he said 4 terms because he's talking about he lost one. So technically, the last time he ran was the 3rd term, technically. Because he He ran for 3 terms already. I think that's what he's referencing. But GG's, I'm gonna sign off. That was a dub. And I'm not gonna watch Oz Perlman. Maybe he says AI during this Oz Perlman bit, but whatever. So he can still be vice president. Exactly. He's gonna be vice president. Vance is gonna run, and then day 1, Vance succeeds to Trump. Trump becomes president again. That could happen. That's how it would happen without going through. That would be technically legal, you know. That would be technically legal for him to do, I think. If he was VP and then his president stepped down for 4 terms. That's what Putin did. W. Putin. I don't know if I can say that. Putin asked another guy to be president while he was VP, yeah. Which I don't think actually is going to happen. But that is a way that it could theoretically happen, Trump 2028. Another way is if we become a permanent war state. Because technically a wartime president, you can't hold elections when you're in wartime. So it might be, 7 months away from the election, we just go all out war with Iran. And then he's like, I'm a wartime president, like Zelensky. I can't leave. That would technically be constitutional. Yeah, Zelensky. He knows ball. Bally. Alright. Well, GG's. That was fun. I feel like the jokes could have been better. I really like that one. I can't even tell you what my favorite one. I'm trying to remember them. It's kind of hard when you're trading, but I like the one where he was like, what was it? I can't even remember. $100? That's W. I can't remember. I did laugh. I laughed at a couple of these, though. The Newsom ones are kind of poor. When he started off with that weak-ass, joke about... I was like, uh-oh, this might be long, but... He came in clutch. Eventually, after rambling about the ballroom, he got back on script. Surprised he didn't even say weave there. But